right, we're back. We've let it marinate for a little bit here. Thanks so much for joining us for part 2 of our Umamusume, I guess, review. I don't know, deep dive into this insane world here. If you haven't yet, go back and listen to part 1, please. Just so, you know, we give a brief little summary of what's been going on and what we're doing here. So we've had some time to play. Lakan, how was your experience with a game and a game series that, you know, you're not all too familiar with, but in a, you know, a game genre that you're not that familiar with either?
This is probably one of the most interesting gacha games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
In the weirdest way and in some of the best ways as well. Because we mentioned it in the first part of the Umamusume experience episodes, where it's very, you mentioned it's very friendly to free-to-play players.
Yeah.
Obviously there's people who whale in this game. I follow
Mm-hmm.
I follow a couple of VTubers who are whaling in this game, and it's basically just a roguelike. Like, that's basically what the game is. Yeah, you get the typical energy system in 2 ways, right? You have the energy system like at the how to do things in the game, and then like within the careers of your individual racers, it's a choice management game, right? It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
In just like not in a way that another gacha game has never grabbed me before, like versus other gacha games that I played where I get addicted to the game loop because big number go up kind of thing, you know what I mean? Well,
yes.
Obviously it's in this game as well, but like, you know, those are more combat based, right? This is more like, again, it's kind of a character in like an energy management game. And just the way it handles everything in terms of like basically being a roguelike visual novel the entire time,
Right,
genuinely pulled me in, and it, you know, in a way that was very, very surprising to me.
I'm just thinking, like, yeah, when you put it like that, it's like they made this game for you.
Yeah, and there's like and there's you know, horse daughter wives in this game.
right, of course.
Yeah, I got through. I did it like I did a little bit of the career stuff, obviously, because that's the main point of the game, right? The career stuff. That's how you build up your individual units. You know, that's your
army of Umas, basically, for the other modes, right?
And then there's like a relatively basic PvP setup here, right? With the team trials and the daily race. No, daily races are in our single player. I did a couple career modes. I've completed a couple as well. Like in the career modes, like it's not insanely difficult, but it's also like not like a walk in the park either. Like, again, the energy management, the character management is the main part of this game, right? It's the making sure that your Uma is happy and healthy, and you are training them up stat wise so that they can actually participate and win in the races that they are, you know, participating in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I echo those sentiments. I spent the most time in the career mode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just gravitated to it. I love it because of, like you said, it's so free to play friendly. I don't feel like I need all the newest units. I feel like I can play that mode with anybody, with any of my characters, and be successful, right? Now, granted, I haven't cleared it with anybody that wasn't like a 2-star or a 3-star or whatever, but I can still play the game with lesser characters, which is more than I can say for other gacha games that I've played, right? Including the one, obviously, I've talked a lot about Dokkan Battle on here. Like, there is no shot in hell you're not bringing one of like 25 units to end game content or any, you know, sort of game mode and clearing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really appreciated that about Umamusume here. And like I said, like I've just been grinding career modes, building up people, finding, you know, as somebody that just is like, oh, horse girl game, I have to play this, right? It's too ridiculous to not play. But, you know, then you start to kind of get attached to some of the characters. And you know, I might have talked about Silent Suzuka was the first Uma that I cleared career mode with, right?
Okay.
So I gravitated towards her, but now, I've cleared a few more. I've cleared it with vodka. I've cleared it with, there's somebody else. There's another one. Hold on. I'm trying to log in. It's not letting me log in.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've in my clear, specifically in most of the challenges here, is to actually like win all of your runs in your career mode, right?
Yes.
Except for one. Haru Urara is a special case.
Correct.
But yeah, I've gotten I've won the URA finals with Taki Shuttle and Vodka. And then I think Maruzensky, I've had her pretty close, but I didn't finish the final one.
Yep.
And same with Tokai Teo and Rice Shower from me. Everyone else has been usually around 2/3, three quarters of the way of their career. Usually I'll fizzle out. I will have not have prepped for a particular race or whatever. That being said, yeah, again, that just means Taiki is a 3-star and Vodka is a 2-star. And then Haru Urara, I technically with her, you finish her career just by gaining fans, not by winning races per se. So, but yeah, I've technically finished 3 full career wins.
Yeah. So I have Vodka, I have Silent Suzuka, and then I have El Condor Pasa was the other one that I did.
So it's funny because as soon as I started playing this game, my regular world also got affected by this game. Like my YouTube feed, my Instagram just started becoming more memes about Umamusume. Many of which just kind of memeing on the characters themselves, the interactions you can have with said characters, the absurdity of Gold Ship.
Yes.
Stuff like that, right? And then also seeing the Tokai Teo meme from, I believe, the 2nd season of Umamusume anime, where they have somebody made an AI of her singing, I forgot what it was called, but it was I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize this was Umamusume years ago. Yeah. So my Instagram feed, my YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels are just littered with Umamusume stuff, basically. Obviously not just from us starting it, right? I never searched Umamusume on anything, but obviously the popularity of it, it just took over, right? It's because, okay, well, everyone's looking at this, everyone's posting stuff about this. You're gonna find it randomly, right? And of course, now that we were in it for the podcast and actually playing the game, it's oh, some of it's actual information. Some of it is just shit posts, which also I enjoy. So yeah, it's just everywhere, and it's funny because again, I find people who are not into anime whatsoever, or into horse racing for that matter, or people who are into horse racing are into this game. It's kind of wild.
No, yeah. So for me, obviously, the big draw was twofold. It's silly concept. It's silly anime girl game, and then also I enjoy horse racing and all sorts of degeneracy and gambling and whatnot. So when you can combine those two things, I love combining sports and anime. Like my two loves, I love when they come together. Even though I'm not really the biggest, I don't watch a lot of Winning 11 and sports animes like that. But when it comes together in a silly way like this, I'm in. I have to be in on this. So that's kind of what drew me to it in the first place. And now all I can think about is all these anime guys. Were you with us when we went to I don't think you were, when we went to see the Royal Rumble at Fox and Hound. Fox and Hound was this old chain of bars for the uninitiated that was your typical kind of a bro bar, right?
It's a college bro bar,
right? But when they would have the wrestling events, it would attract a different crowd, right? You'd attract wrestling fans who aren't your typical bar goers, right? And that's all I can think about with Umamusume is just a bunch of anime guys sitting at a track with a bunch of other older guys that are here to double their mortgage payment. They're like living and dying with every race. And then you get just some guys in like anime shirts just like cheering on and being like, oh, that would be a great Uma.
Well, even more so now. So again, just my feed is completely filled with it. There was apparently a big horse race in Thailand recently. And a bunch of Thai cosplayers went there, like dressed up as like the dressed up as the respective the Umas, yeah. So also another thing too, right? So I don't recall if you mentioned this in the first half of this point now, but they are representing horses that were around like 20 and older years ago at this point. So I remember falling down when I was starting to fall down this rabbit hole, right? I remember like, oh, okay, this is a cool story, interesting story. I want to see what's up with this thing, right? And then like, or this particular horse, and I would look it up, and I'll see like, Silent Suzuka was, and I'm like, oh no,
bro, not even Silent Suzuka was. Silent Suzuka made it like 5 races and then got euthanized. Exactly, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, like, I mean, and then that's when I realized, oh, a lot of these horses are older horses. These are like, you know what I mean? Right. So I was like, okay. So it's like historical. It's a little bit historical. If you're into that, like, fully into horse racing, you know what I mean, you may know some of these stories, kind of thing, you know, kind of like when you look like, for you and like the rest of our crew who are really into wrestling, you know what I mean, and you'll mention some small jobber basically that kind of got his big break at one point, you know what I mean, it's like, oh, that's cool, that's really interesting. It's kind of like how I felt about going down the rabbit hole for, like, again, who these Umas are supposed to be representing basically. I'd never expected myself to fall down a rabbit hole to the point where I'm actually researching like actual horses.
Right.
Like Goldship is like a weirdo in the game, in the anime, because the horse, it's like the actual horse was like just did whatever the hell it wanted, basically. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like Rice Shower being like a cursed horse, you know, all these stories kind of things. Like, okay, this is kind of like, it's fun how they adapted into storylines within the game, and then apparently even more so in the anime. So, which I never got around to personally, but I'm curious to get into it. I'll definitely have a little bit about it with my friend Jenelle in the other half of this episode, basically. Who he's very much so in the rabbit hole of this whole thing. But yeah, no, it's really interesting. It's really wild how they adapted the personalities of said horses into anime girls, basically.
Yeah, and what's also funny is like when we're recording this, the whole sort of like event for the game is all Goldship based.
Lined up perfectly.
Yeah. So it is rather funny that like we're doing this, and you mentioned Goldship, and like the whole game basically right now is an event based around Goldship, right? So, and yeah, like I've been kind of like, because you've told me all about her, and I've looked at all the, you know, the memes and whatnot about Goldship, and I'm like, I'm saving it, and good thing I did save it. I did save a playthrough, because now like I'm incentivized to play as Goldship, so I am happy that like I saved her to this point. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So who's your first win in this?
It was Silent Suzuka. So when we recorded, I don't know if we recorded the first part, if I had done it or soon thereafter, but basically like right around that time is when I finally got my first win with Silent Suzuka. And you know, give me shit for whatever, you know, she is one of the easier horses apparently to win with, right? Because of her abilities and all that. Yeah, like, but it's still good to get one, because then, I don't know, it felt like it was easier after that point to like win more, right? Because like it's like you mentioned, like in a roguelike where you clear once and then it's kind of easier to do subsequent clears because you kind of know what's going on, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's that case in this game, from my understanding, because again, like everyone seems to basically like love all the characters that are in here, so they're like, no, everyone just wants all of them to win, basically.
Right. No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like you as the player. Like once you figure out how to win runs, then it becomes a little easier to clear subsequent playthroughs.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I mean, the fact that you said like, you know, give me shit or whatever for doing with an easier character.
Right.
So I tried doing it with Tokai Teo first, because I was like, she's literally like the first one that shows up, like top left corner.
Right. I was
like, why not? And you know, I understand that she's also like a main character in like, I think the first season of the anime. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll just play her. And then I got washed like 3 or 4 races in. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so like I like, because you know, like I don't know any of the strategies of how to you know, let's go into what a career entails then, right? For I guess the people who are not for the people who are not into this, who are like kind of in the same boat we were kind of getting into this, right? The main game mode is the career mode, right?
Yeah.
You basically pick a horse, you get to choose 2 legacies, which essentially modify your whoever you're training's base stats. So, and they also have particular affinities, skills that like can line up in terms of like what are their specialties. So like what is it? Sprint, medium, long, and mile, right? Are the race lengths.
Yeah.
And then there's like a position in the, I don't know what it's called, I guess, for a horse race, but like it's usually it's called like the peloton for bike riding, right? Where it's like whether if you want to be in the middle, like you're with the peloton, or you want to be in the front, like you want to lead the pack. Gate. Yeah. So out of the gate, you kind of find yourself in position, and then you can choose if you want to be in the front, kind of in like pace chasing, which is kind of like right behind the front. What is it, like late, so you're kind of further in the back, and then you'll surge out at the end when hopefully everyone's expanded all their energy and all their abilities, and then end. So like that's usually like they conserve everything and then use everything right at the end to basically pull like a from the behind win, right? And then everyone has like a base set of basically like speed abilities versus navigation abilities and recovery skills.
Yeah.
Again, they've usually got like a mix of something, like maybe 3 to 1, 2 to 2. Some characters have no recovery skills whatsoever. So you'll unlock those abilities with 6 supporters as well. The supporters are other Umamusume girls.
Yeah.
And they give you extra skills you can unlock throughout the career by increasing your friendship with them.
Think like Fate, if you played Fate Grand Order, where you have like the characters that you can pull from, the character banners that you can pull from, and then you have the supporter banners that you can pull from. Umamusume has the same sort of concept where you know, it's not just characters that you're using your premium currency on, it's also these support cards, or you know, whatever you want to call them, that you pull from as well. So it does kind of give you pause to using your premium currency, which was like a crazy thing for me. Like luckily I played Fate, so I understood what this concept was. But it was like at first I was like, okay, so there's 2 banners, like what's the difference? Realizing then that, oh no, this is a card banner, like this is a support banner, this isn't a character banner. So just, you know, coming from a game where there are no supports, right? Coming from a long line of games where there are no support cards and things that you use premium currency on in that regard. So it's just something to think about, right? So, you know, in between our recordings, we had the Kitazan Black card drop, right?
Which was like everyone needed her, basically, if you wanted to be competitive later down the line, apparently.
I got one.
Yeah, I saw. I appreciate you also being my friend, so that also means that I have one.
That's correct.
I'm piggybacking fully off of your Kita-san.
I will put my friend code in the thing in the description.
I did not get Kita-san. I got the other one, the other card.
Oh.
Which hers was actually pretty useful for a lot of like the middle, like the non-speed stuff. You know what I mean? Like because hers is all speed based, and she has that one really good recovery ability, I believe. And then the other one was, I'm just gonna pull it up right now. 1 second. Satono Diamond. I got hers.
Yeah. That is good.
She again, basically both the cards are very useful, but Kita-san's very useful like initially, basically. Those basically add another set of like anywhere from 2 to 6 possible skills they can give you.
Yep.
And those modify again like how well your Uma that you're training can run on turf or dirt, gaining speed or velocity in turns or straightaways, and also recovering in straightaways or corners. These are basically the things that kind of like proc during your races, basically.
Right, yeah. They're absolutely like support cards.
Yeah, and then the rest of the game is basically, again, like I mentioned earlier, it's like a visual novel. Like, you know, you're basically, your Uma runs through a storyline, which is essentially adapted from like what they did in real life.
Yeah. And
turn by turn, you choose to train a skill or to rest or to, you know, deal with the ailments your character can get, you know, turn by turn. And then you get, usually it's anywhere between 10 to 15 turns for the first couple, and then your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th races, some of them can get really short, so you have to have like hopefully your character's prepped to do multiple races in a row.
Right.
to unlock those abilities. It's kind of like, yeah, like you said, the supporter cards and I can fake go. I likened it to the personas in Persona, where like if you do an activity or a training and there can be an event triggered with one of your supporter cards, you have the chance to make an ability available to you to learn. Or if you have a high enough friendship with them, you basically increase the chances and possibilities of your training to be successful, which is important later down the line, because the more tired your Uma gets, the higher chance of failure. But if you have a high friendship, let's just say you have a couple of them procking at the same training regiment, you can basically like on no energy still like succeed in training and not failing and ruining the mood of your horse, basically. So that's kind of the basis of what the career mode is. I did like read through a lot of it early on, you know what I mean? And then eventually when I was trying to like grind out some of my other horses that I've already seen their story, or I've seen the first half of it and I'm trying to get further along the story, I would start skipping things. And I would and I would just turn off the skipping for like events I haven't seen yet. But yeah, that's like the main game mode. And yeah, again, like it's very friendly to free to play players, because basically the more you improve your horse's base like level, you'll get grade. Your Umas will get graded, right? You get a grade from F all the way up to A to SS technically, or whatever, right? And then they become available as a legacy, so you can pass on their base stats a little bit, or jumpstart your next Uma's training basically that way.
Yeah, right. Like, so like going into this, like you said, it's kind of like, it has like that roguelite element where previous clears set you up for future success, right? So even if you run through the first time and you lose halfway through the career, right? And you get, let's say, like a grade for your career, right? Now you use that D horse, that D Uma, I should say. They're not horses, they're Umas. Yeah. You use that D Uma to go into your new Uma, and then they get, let's say, like a C+, right? And then you use that C+ to go into the next career that you do, and then hopefully you get a clear so you can get like a B or higher, right? And then you can use that B or higher horse for future runs. I keep calling them horses.
Yeah.
The B Uma for future runs.
I've already done a bunch of times as well.
Yeah. Like eventually, like you'll get to a point where you have a stable of strong Umas that you can use to inspire your future horses, right? Your future Umas, right?
Yeah, it basically feeds into itself, which I think is one of the most interesting game loops I've ever experienced in like a gacha.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there is a level of there's a level of intricacy here that also allows it to be relatively simple. You know what I mean? It's literally just like at its base is okay, number goes up, good. That means that number goes up for your next time you run it again. You know what I mean? But then again, there's a bunch of strategy that's involved in here, because again, like individual Umas have specialties of running on particular tracks, lengths of tracks, abilities that they have, and abilities they can like learn that they can kind of lean into later down the line. So it can get very like spreadsheety. I don't know how in depth you went. I kind of like went to the point where it's like I will look up a basic guide for how to train up an Uma. And then if I can get myself, if I don't have the particular cards for it or whatever, I'll get pretty close. And then I'll get myself to like a C class, and then like wait until I can buff some other Umas down the line, and then kind of come back for it. And usually that'll get me through like, pretty close to finishing the career. I don't know how in depth you went.
I got to the point where I was like kind of there, right? Where I would like sort of dip my toe into stuff, and I would happen to come across it right when I was just looking up information about the characters and whatnot, right?
Like build guys will just start showing up.
Yeah, build guys would show up, and I'd take a peek, but I didn't want to ruin anything. But now, like, if it gets to the point where I really want to get like an A or like an S, then I'll do it, right?
Yeah, and commit to get PvP modes, I'm assuming, as well, too.
Right, and also, like, I'm approaching that point where I want to, like, do a really good run and get, like, a super high-class Uma, right? So I'm kind of getting there where I want to be like, okay, how do I get an SS rank of this character, right? So I feel like like I said, I feel like I'm getting there, but I haven't done it so far.
Okay. Yeah. Like again, like I've gone lightly enough, right? I've dipped my toe into the next level of like just trying to understand the deeper intricacies of how to train up Umas, basically. But yeah, no, like again, I've been very much so enjoying myself, and usually I kind of find myself bouncing off of gacha games relatively quickly. But this one has kept my interest. I will say though that due to my personal time constraints of like, you know, how my work schedule is, I don't have the chance to just like, oh, just do 2-3 levels of my career and kind of come back, you know what I mean? So I do play most of this like at lunch. I get like an hour, which is like about, a career is like anywhere from like 20 to like 40 minutes, right? For the most part.
Yeah, especially if you're skipping stuff.
Yeah. And then like at home, I will do 2 more. You know what I mean? It's like I'll do one as soon as I get home, as I'm eating my dinner, basically, or when I'm on the treadmill, like or on the stationary bike. I'll just like play through a career, and then of course do the daily races and so on and so forth. It's really good for pick up put down kind of gameplay. I do like the fact that I can kind of just set it down for a little bit and feel, and it actually, you know, it saves itself, so I don't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, I've been using it kind of as a way to cut through the other gachas and the other mobile games that I've been playing, right? So we'll talk about it a little more. I'll talk about it over the next couple of weeks here. I got into the Digimon Elysian beta, and so I've been playing that. Obviously, Dokkan is in the middle of its global worldwide celebration, so like I've been playing that rather intensely. So it's really been nice to be able to just kind of cut that intensity with the silly little horse girl game. Like it's been really helpful to be able to just cut the, you know, playing Dokkan at a high level, rolling for characters, spending money, and just go play this goofy little horse girl game that I don't spend any money on, and I just kind of wing and have fun with, right? So it's been a lot of fun being able to play this like that.
Did you spend any money in this game though?
No. Not during Dokkan Worldwide Celebration.
Okay.
Hell no.
So I threw like $50 or $60 into this game. Just because I was curious,
dude.
I was curious to see what it was. You know what I mean? Like because like obviously like to see what the price break was in this game.
Who the fuck am I talking to about that? Like that? I spent $50 for fucking Goku Black. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I was like,
I didn't even get him.
You're over here judging me.
I know. I didn't even get the motherfucker. At least you probably got somebody you wanted.
I think I was rolling for Kita-san so as well for a lot of my characters, so I didn't get her either. But I did get a bunch of SSRs in it, so I was like, it worked out for me, and enough materials to do to get the stars, right, for trading in, or for star unlocking, right. So I threw in like $50 or $60 because like there was one that was on sale for from down from 25 to like 17 or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And then like this, there
was I only buy sale sounds.
And there was like 2 starter sets. You know what I mean? There was like, you know, which are discounted for new, you know, again to incentivize new players if they want to spend money. And I was like looking at the price break, and then I also saw like at the bottom that once you basically pulled 200 times, you basically get one confirmed like pull, you know, choice basically. Like a chosen unlock.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't get to that 200 pulls, so I didn't get that one confirmed. Just basically choose who I wanted. My coworker was playing. He wanted Kita-san. He had 190 pulls already done, so he just spent like $10 to get the last like 1,500 that he needed, so he can do another 10 pull.
Right.
And he didn't pull Kita-san, so he just like, okay, cool. Well, I have the 200 pulls regardless. I get the coupon. Now I can just straight up just, you know, purchase Kita-san basically.
Buy her. Yep.
So there's a lot of currency in this game, which threw me off, and I think that's also like I realized that's what I don't like about gacha games. Because I don't like trying to keep track and trying to remember what does what. Sure, there's a like a glossary, right, available in the menu to tell you what does what. But a lot of times I'm like, I just see thing that I don't know what this does, so I kind of just tap through it, and then like, you know, when I've finished all my energy, all my team races, or like my daily race tickets, I'll just be like, okay, what the hell does this do? Like, I know I have a lot of these, I don't know what they do, so I'll start doing that, and then I realize, okay, so, and that's also another thing too. Like this game, again, we mentioned it's very, very friendly to free to play players. There's so many materials in this game though, so like it works out for down the line if you want to unlock somebody, you want to power somebody up, you do get a lot of it. And it's a generous enough split to when you get duplicates of the same character or Uma, that when you do get that Uma, or if you want to run that one later, it's much easier to unlock them down the line, or like to basically raise their base skills or base stats down the line.
The other nice thing is like a lot of the awakening materials, which can sometimes be a super frustrating and confusing portion of mobile games. Everything that you can get from there unlocks in the career mode, basically. So if you just like play career mode, you'll have everything you need basically to like awaken your characters when you're ready to do so, right? Which I thought was pretty cool. Like there's so much of what I see in this game that reminds me of Fate, because of how, like you mentioned, all the different sorts of currencies and items and all that other shit. Like Fate is so bad at that. Fate has so much stuff and it's so confusing. I might just be an idiot, I don't know, but to me Fate is so confusing that I literally only kept it to be like a JPEG collector game for a while, and then I just got rid of it. Like I just uninstalled it.
Yeah, I get you.
Because there's just so much. Like the gameplay is fun, but there's just too much going on. But I never felt that way with Umamusume, where I was confused. Like and a lot of it too because of the way that gacha games have all had to kind of conform to that pity system, which is what you were talking about. So I can kind of compare it to things from other games like I've been doing, right? So like you have like the pity system, like in Dokkan we have the coins, right? Where if you make a certain number of pulls and you don't get a character that you want, you have these coins available where you can purchase the character that you want. So like I had to do that. Like I had to buy Gogeta because I couldn't fucking pull him. And so I ended up pulling Gogeta that way, right? Because of, I forget what game it was, but there was basically a game that had rates that were so low for a certain character, and there was no pity system at the time that like I think it was Japan, I guess, that was like, hey, no, you have to not only list rates, but you have to introduce a pity system.
But yeah, no, so that is a thing where like Japan specifically had to show like pull rates, and I think the EU has to do it as well too, because of their like kind of like, you know, what is gambling, what is not gambling kind of thing.
Right. It's all gambling, by the way.
It is, yeah.
This is all gambling.
That being said, you don't have to spend a single dollar in this game if you don't want to. There's a lot of content in here that doesn't require you to spend any money, which is also cool with the fact that, like, you know, where the game we are currently given right now is about 2 years behind, essentially, from the Japanese release. But I didn't realize how much content was already available to us right off the bat. So like it's nice that it doesn't feel like unless you are like hardcore addicted to this game, I don't think you're fiending for content, basically.
Definitely. No, I agree with you. Like there's no shot that like you said, unless you're no-lifing this, you are absolutely still playing this game. So like sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I'm looking at my horses right now, right? Like my career, my Umas, right? My career Umas right now, right? I've got like 3 Bs.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of Cs, a lot of Ds.
D's nuts.
And a bunch of untouched Umas still. You know what I mean? Like I haven't even gone through the entire roster of the base Umas that I've unlocked. So, and then on top of the couple pulls that I've had where I did unlock a couple more, I was like, shit, I got a lot of stories to get through here. So
yeah, man. Like, and that's the other thing too. So like there's a story mode. Each character has individual stories. Like there's a ton to do if you want to do it and grind up premium currency. Like you're not starving for content here.
Yeah, so the story mode, there's a main story that unlocks essentially, I don't know if it's like, I guess essentially once you finished it, it unlocks the next set of story for you, basically.
Yeah. And
then there's also the Umamusume stories, which are kind of like, it's basically same as the main story, but it focuses on every Uma has their own 7 chapters, I believe. Yeah, 7 chapters.
Yeah.
And then also you're also rewarded for reading or watching all these. You don't have to read them; you can skip through it as well. So you can literally just hit like start and then skip, and you'll get rewarded for it. And then a bunch of them, like towards the end, finishing the stories themselves, require you to raise the bond between you and your Uma to actually unlock like the last 2 or 3 chapters of the story. So again, you were like there's a lot to really like sink your teeth into here. The stories are not like super like shallow either. You know, it does show like, you know, kind of like it's typical anime slice of life kind of writing. You know what I mean? It's like it shows you like, oh, what are their personalities? Who are they kind of as a character? Again, they're kind of adapted from what the personality of the horse was in, you know, in real life. It's literally them also doing just, you know, cute girls doing cute shit.
Right, exactly.
So like there's a lot, you know, there's a lot here for like a relatively wide audience. Right now I've gotten through like 1, 2, 3, 4 people's full stories at this point now. And you know, like again, they're just cute little slice of life stories basically. And with that splash of like, yeah, like sports anime kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I like cute girls doing cute things, and then again, the kind of the kind of like that interaction that they have with them, kind of being like, "Oh, you're my rival, but also you're my friend, so let's go grab food."
Right, exactly.
You know, it's cute.
It's funny.
It's all in there for me. I'm happy for it. Team Trials is another one that I see is a I guess that's like the base version of PvP we have currently.
It's just like exhibition mode, basically. Yeah.
But the Team Trials is cool because, like, you know, it's basically just like, okay, let me just like, one, it gives you mats, right? It gives you mostly currency. It's technically the currency to level up your support cards, and monies, which is used for upgrading your trainers and your support cards as well. These you can kind of just bang out for the most part.
Mm-hmm. You do your dailies and you get out, right?
Those are your dailies. The career, I almost don't treat as a daily because, again, it is like the main game mode. Yeah, you get stuff while doing so. And specifically that gives you like the upgrade materials, like the shoes or the banners for your trainer upgrades or your Uma upgrades. But yeah, like daily races, race events, team trials, those are your dailies. Again, you bang those out in like 10 minutes or so. So that's pretty easy to do. And then they have the race events where like you'll race against a specific Uma, and those are usually a little harder to do, you know. So again, you have your kind of your daily tasks there. Also the game gives you a lot of like the carrots, like what is it, like the carrot juice to like replenish your RP and your trainer points. So
I have never run out of stamina.
Yeah, like I've run out once and I realized, oh wait, no, I have like 30 refills just sitting in my inventory. So yeah, again, like, and especially at the rate that I play this game, it's not like I'm playing this game for 8 hours at a time.
Right.
I will never need to use all that. But say I'm in the middle of grinding something, I want to sit down and play for a little bit longer, then easily, I can, basically. So Is there a particular horse you enjoyed so far in terms of story?
I have not played any of the stories.
No, I'm saying the career mode. I'm saying the career mode. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, they're all, like you said, they're all kind of like these cute little slice of life things. So it's just like whoever pops up, I'm like, oh, that's funny, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you any of them because at some point, like, I just started skipping through them. But I don't know. It's cool to see them interact, and it's cool that everybody's like you said, everybody's kind of on the same team. They all want to win. They all want to do right by each other. It's a, like I said, it's a direct contrast to the games that I normally play where you're trying to like defeat an enemy, right? Here you're literally just racing with your friends, basically.
Also, a wild amount of this game is voice acted.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
There's an insane number of voice lines in this game already.
I guess that's what it does well to be an anime first, right? And then a game.
Yeah. And also, I think that I forgot to talk about the one like really fun part about this is that after every race, there's a fucking concert.
Yeah.
There's an idol concert. So like the idol concerts, I do. The music is pretty catchy in this one. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like if you look up the composers for a lot of the songs, they are like people who have worked on like other, from what it looks like, a lot of artists who have worked on other music from other animes and stuff like that. But yeah, like, you know, it's fun, and also the fact that, like, you know, each individual, most of the Uma's voice actresses, they have their own performance when they're in like the top 3, basically,
right,
in the concert, which is like a nice,
which
touch.
is crazy.
Yeah,
that is like a crazy amount of detail.
Yeah, clearly a lot of work has gone into this, though, which is sick. So like, in terms of like you falling down the rabbit hole here, we're flipping it now because I'm asking you a couple questions here, right? But like, what have you gotten, or what have you seen when you fell down this rabbit hole of like Umamusume? Like, what is like things that you ended up like liking or found interesting, or what have you interacted with around this kind of fan base?
Yeah, the community is really funny. Like, the community is really funny when it comes to like making memes and all of that for this. Like, they do a really funny job. And for me, it's just always being like, when are we getting Man of War? Global exclusive Man of War, global exclusive Secretariat, global exclusive American Pharaoh. Like, when are we getting these global exclusive cards? I think they should. I don't know if they will, but like, I think they should. I think it'd be really funny if they just dropped like a global exclusive card, like a global exclusive character 2 years after the game came out overseas. I think that'd be really funny. And again, as somebody who has played mobile games for a while and has gotten global firsts, like, I just like the hype for a global character is unlike anything else. So I will give you a story. I'll give you one story. I might have talked about this before, but so I was playing Dokkan, obviously, and I used to work in New York. I hated it. I had to get up at like 5:15 every day, but I would play Dokkan on the train, and Dokkan would help me kind of like get to work, right? So I log on to Dokkan, and I see this character summon that I've never seen before, and it was an LR Broly, right? It was LR STR Broly. And I go check the Reddit, and everybody is just like, yo, what the fuck? Because we'd never gotten a global exclusive character before. And it is just everywhere I look, Twitter, every social media site is just, holy shit, global first LR Broly. We did it. We made it. Everybody was so happy because a lot of the content is beholden to stuff that the Japanese players have already got in months, and in this case, years in advance. So to get something that's yours first was always like,
it's a massive deal.
It's so cool. So that's kind of like why I'm really hoping for that, because like I think it'd be so sick to get some American horses in the global version of the game. I don't think it's gonna happen, clearly, but it's fun to dream, right? It's fun to make. I don't know. It's just funny to make those memes.
I honestly wouldn't put it past them to do that for the Western release because of how big it is.
Yeah,
like the global release at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. Yeah, like again, like my feed has been just littered with Umamusume references or memes or shit posts throughout, everywhere basically at this point, right?
Yeah.
I find it funny how like in different sets of the community as well too for this game, there you can see who are clearly the weebs. You know what I mean? The ones who are very into anime. They understand like the meme, the shit posting, the fact that we know it's animated. We'll just make like really crude humor at stuff like that. Where like some of them are like, oh, I love Mayano Top Gun because she's like the emoto that I've always wanted. Kind of thing. I see there's a whole subsect of people who are super horny for Agnes Tachyon.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And digging a little bit further, like I haven't dug too far to this clip, but I saw a clip of like Polka from Hololive performing with Goldship. So Goldship is a VTuber, and the rest of them kind of are. They actually do like VTuber activities. Like they actually have a YouTube channel where they just straight up play video games. It's Tokaiteo, Mayano, Goldship, and then I use like another rotating character, in their streams. And they were just playing like Gang Beasts. And it's just like wild hearing them in game. You know what I mean? Or hearing them in game, and then seeing them actually like playing their characters, playing a game. So it's fun. Like it's again, like the game has a bit of a serious side, obviously, when you're trying to like train and spreadsheet and do all this other stuff. But the fact that like the amount of content you can get out of just a game kind of reaches out into this other kind of like niche entertainment that I enjoy. It's just like just a massive plus to me.
Agreed. Like like we talked about, like for you it's VTubers, for me it's horse racing.
Yeah.
And gambling on it. And I'm like, how do I gamble on this? Well, outside of rolling for characters, right? So that was kind of like my draw to it, was like, yo, I love horse racing. Like there's nothing to me like kind of just sitting there and watching the races, like making a day out of it. It's fun. Like it is actually a lot of fun. So it is something that I really dig.
I remember going to like a horse racing event at was that at Meadowlands? Or I think it was the Meadowlands.
Yeah, the Meadowlands have it.
Yeah. Like I remember going to like a horse racing event there, like a couple years ago at this point. But yeah, it was hype, in the moment. So I was like, oh yeah, it's very, very fun. I understand why people enjoy it. I think I just enjoy it more because now there's anime girls in it. So it just opens up the door for me even more so. I think another one of the ones that I enjoy so far is the fact that everyone has agreed. There's a collective understanding that Rice Shower and Haru are our daughters, and we love them, and we will die. We will do anything in our power for them to make sure that they're happy.
Man, I kept trying to do Rice Shower's career because I was like, I got her. Like, she was one of the first, like, 3 stars I pulled. Right? She's, like, 3 stars,
She's
right?
3 star, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I was like, oh, I gotta...
Her
I gotta
career is rough, man.
Yeah, her shit, she's... Yeah, it's not great.
You gotta know how to really, like, set her up. I think I've missed out on, like, the last 2 races with her, and I was like, damn it, I'm so close. I'm right there. Just hold on, my daughter. I will get you to the championship.
I promise. And that's the other thing too. It's like the Ura, what's her face? Haru Urara. So there's also crossover with Yukio because that's Ash Blossom is what that means. Mm-hmm. So there's a card called Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in Yukio. So people do like the crossover memes with her as Ash Blossom and vice versa. So like it is funny to see that kind of pop up once in a while.
And with Haru Urara, like with her and Rice Shower specifically, I understand the memes of why they became very, very popular. Like Haru Urara, like first off, her voice actress is fantastic. She just exudes this really like pure heart of gold energy. You know what I mean? Right. She's just a cute girl who's happy to be there, basically, right? Everything she does. And then like, have you played her campaign or not yet?
Yeah, I tried doing it, but it's tough, man. It's really hard.
So like her career is like, it's funny because like that her career is not about winning the races specifically. Yeah, you have to place in them, and you have to get a certain amount of fans to do so. Because again, her career milestones are basically getting a certain number of fans. And then like she runs in the URA finale, like the final race, basically. Yeah. And it is the whole deck is stacked against her. It's on it's what is it? Let me just pull this up again for Haru Urara. Okay, so Haru Urara, her stats are bad. They're basically meant to be bad, right? Because the actual Haru Urara horse ran like 113 races and never won a single one, basically. Yep. It did win one though later down the line in like 2019 for like retired horses. Right. It did win one, so there you go. That's so. But so the last race is like a long race and it's on turf, both of which her base stats, she's at a G. Yep, exactly. The entire deck stacked against her. Like, it's funny in that final race because she is like, once like the rest of the group finishes the race, it's like a full 3 seconds until she shows up and finally crosses the finish line. It is like very funny, like how bad she does in that race. But I remember like watching the race, I'm like, just keep going, please. And then she has like this emotional moment at the end. She's like, oh, like, she's usually like a little happy ball of energy. And she's like starts crying at the end because she realizes, oh, she actually was invested in it. You know what I mean? So she has this like emotional little beat at the end of her story. And like, it's funny because every time I see like a VTuber or a streamer play like her story, they're like, damn it, it is now my life's goal to make sure she wins this. And within the community, like people have talked about, basically explained like how you can get her to the point where she can actually win that final race that's essentially rigged against her. It requires a lot of work, but you can get her there, which is wild that we are so dedicated to her.
Yeah, no, there is a whole subsect of this community that is absolutely focused on making her win as much as possible, and it's so cute.
Yeah, it's very wholesome. And did we ever talk about the real Haru Urara in the first half of the episode?
I think we might have touched on it.
Okay, so like apparently when people realize that Haru Urara is still alive, it's obviously it's a real horse, right? Right. People were donating like a crazy amount, like tons of like the ryegrass or whatever grass that they eat. Mm-hmm. So like, they were donating like tons of it to Haru Urara because of like the love that the fan base has basically shown to this character in the game has spread over into the real world. And it's very cute.
It is. It's so cute. And like, so one of the horses just passed away, like I think today or yesterday when we're recording this, and people are legitimately like upset over a horse from Japan passing away. Yeah. And like, it's just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, obviously, like, there are people who are just animal lovers straight up in general, you know what I mean, and people who are also just fans of horse racing. But it's funny how, like, again, like an anime girl version of those horses can create a whole nother fan base for said like IRL horses. It's wild. Right. And again, it's wholesome. again now there's more attention to them. A lot of people will like because of the sheer amount of like grass that was into Haruura. They had like people were like, hey, you can donate to other horses too, and also they shared all the other grass. That, like again, just it's way too much for a single horse to eat.
Right, for one horse to eat.
So they started just sharing it amongst other horses and instead in the same stable or the same farms that they're basically chilling on. So, yeah, really funny. Just again,
I will say it is a little weird that the game is super wholesome, but then also like the characters are designed the way they are. Some of them are.
Who we talking? Right? Who we talking about here?
I don't know, like you've heard the thing about like Daiwa Scarlet's owners being like make her titties bigger.
Oh, over who's their rival again? They specifically had a rival.
I think it was vodka, right?
Oh yeah, they're basically rival owners. Yeah, they're like, okay, I'll allow her to be in your game. You just got to make sure that she's bigger.
yeah, exactly.
Hey man, they're petty. they're a rival. I need to win.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, I said before, like Maruzen or Top Gun, right? She's like she plays like this the stereotypical like Imoto character, like the little sister character, but she also says she wants to like marry the trainer.
Exactly. It is kind of like it's weird like that, and then you're like, hey, like remember the game telling people, remember these are like real horses with owners, so like don't draw like Rule 34 of them.
Yeah, they basically asked like, to like not loot them, basically.
Yeah. But then, like, they're designed the way they are. It's weird. Like, it's weird. Like, I get it, and I don't partake in that, but, like, it is a little weird to me.
I get it.
That's all.
I mean, I guess I'm more of a degen. I've definitely delved further into like the darker side of the anime, you know, the anime and manga, like, fandom. I've looked into the darkness. I've been there. Again, I said it before, like, people are super horny for, like, Agnes Tachyon. There's also what is it? Is it Super Creek where she's like she is the Goo Goo Babies meme?
Oh, I don't know. I have to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, Super Creek, she said she wants to play Goo Goo Babies with the trainer.
Oh yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Me, I'm baby. I want uppies, please, mommy." It's like a lot. There's a lot of that basically.
No.
Yeah, dude. It's fun, man. Again, like. Obviously, I'm a degenerate, so I find all of this very funny, very enjoyable. But I understand for like the people who are not that far down that degeneracy rabbit hole to be like, "Huh, this is a little weird." But for me,
I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah,
I just haven't gotten there
yet. Yeah. I mean, for me, like I remember like one of the things for me, like. This is like a more general thing for me, but like in terms of the character designs, I definitely like. So here's the thing: I like tomboy characters in like a lot of anime. Right. So like short hair, you know what I mean? Like have that kind of like Genki energy, really athletic types. So I immediately like gravitated towards Mejiro Ryan,
right? Who
is part of like the Mejiro family, right? There's a whole ass family of the Mejiro horses. Which a bunch of them are basically like they're basically like royalty essentially in the storylines here basically, right? And I was like, man, like she's the tomboy character. I like her more. I already like her more though. Regardless, I don't care. But also her career is super hard to get through. So I'm like, right. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. But like at one point I was like, I'm gonna get her there. I'm like same with Haru. I'm gonna get Mejiro Ryan there.
Yeah. I get it completely. Yeah, and I kind of felt that way about like Silent Suzuka because she was like the first 3-star that I pulled, and I don't know, I was like, and she wears green, so like her like race outfit's green, so I was like, all right, we're in this together, like we're gonna do this, and yeah, like you get kind of invested.
In regards to the Umas, do you understand how they come to be? Do you know how they exist in their world?
No. Do I want to?
Okay. It's nothing crazy, so basically there's no horses in their world. Okay. The Umas are basically this is a shorthand explanation from one of my friends. I'm sure I can dive into it more if I watch the anime or something, or like, you know, but essentially the spirits of said horses essentially like come into these girls when they're born.
Oh,
so these are just random like girls basically Or like yeah, so like you know, two human parents, just like nothing, like no, there's no like weird degen shit here. Basically, it is just like two normal human parents. They have a daughter, and for some reason, the spirit of a horse is essentially embedded into them.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And they that's just how they exist.
That's nice.
I don't know why, but it makes for a funny backstory or you know, basis for what this is basically.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm glad it's nothing crazy.
Yeah. Did you also see any of the other stuff around the anime? Did you look into the anime at all or no?
Not yet. I should. Okay. I probably like it.
I'm probably going to watch this eventually. Right. But one thing that I saw that was pointed out to me was that so they use like you know, like landlines still in the anime, right?
Really?
So like I'm assuming it's for a visual gag as well. So you remember the old landline, right? It looks like you know, there's a top receiver, bottom receiver, and there's a handle in the middle, right?
Yeah. You
notice that none of them have like two sets of ears. They only have horse ears.
Yes.
Okay. So like their phone receiver is basically doubled in size because their ears are on the top of their head.
That is really funny. I haven't noticed that. That's
just
really funny.
Little touches that I've seen like around the anime that I'm like I haven't got into yet. I've just seen like images, stills, you know, stuff like that, like short little bits of it. But yeah, I was like, that's just a nice little world building touch, and I appreciate that very, very much. Mm-hmm. Have you seen any of the clips of the big events in the anime or the movie?
No, I haven't seen anything. There's a movie.
There's 2 movies, I believe, now.
No effing way.
Yeah, and so let me just I'm gonna send you a link real quick because I want to hear your reaction to this real quick. There's a bit of a meme within the anime community about Umamusume and Blue Lock.
Okay. What is Blue Lock?
So Blue Lock is the soccer anime, which I believe was like received like was like anime of the year at one point or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to just take a look at this one. It's only a minute long, and I just want to hear your opinion or your reaction to the quality of the animation.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Let's go ahead.
Whoa, that is loud. Okay, I am 6 seconds in. Why is the lady from the original Gundam series racing the star character whose name I don't remember?
Yeah. So now we're at season 2, right? Around there?
Yeah.
So there's like aura going on. Quality's there's a jump in quality and animation quality, right?
Right. Oh, hey, I know her. I'm playing the pink-haired one I'm playing as now. Because I pulled her the other day.
There you go. Here's Kita-san Black. Season 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Sakuga, motherfucker. Sakuga.
Yo, she's Super Saiyajin God, though.
So now Umamusume Road to the Top. I believe this is the first movie.
Hold on, I'm still at season 3. Okay, I just saw
I'll catch it. Oh,
Kita-san
let me know when you're there.
Turn Super Saiyan God and light it up. Okay, so here's the movie.
Okay, I'm at 59 seconds. I'll wait for you when you get 59. Like the quality of animation jump is kind of nuts.
Right. And then well, I mean, it's the difference between a movie and
then here's the next
show.
Movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a completely different series.
This is nuts.
Shinjidai no Tobira.
There is like a scene which I've seen a clip of where Agnes Tachyon basically taps into the Speed Force. It's kind of wild. And it's just like an insane level of animation. This feels like how I felt when I watched like the end of Gurren Lagann. You know what I mean? Like it's like that level definitely. Of quality of animation, or like Promare. Like it's that level of like, oh, what the hell is happening? This is nuts.
Did the company that made Kill la Kill make this? Because it definitely gives me like the movie, especially the movie, gives me that vibe. I don't know what if it is.
So initially it was a web anime, initially done in-house by Side Games Pictures. Right. So there was that. And then the original net animations, which was based off the 4 panels, the 4 comas. They have the spin-offs and the films. Animated by Side Games. So this is in-house.
Damn. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That looks great.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
that's
just
nuts.
reminded me of it. That's all.
Studio,
But,
Studio Trigger. Yeah, that's what you were thinking
Yeah,
of.
Studio Trigger did Kill la Kill.
Yes.
It also did a few other things. They did the Cyberpunk anime.
Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Gurren Lagann. What was the other one that I was Promare? That's one I mentioned before. Like Studio Trigger is like my one of my favorite studios, basically. So yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, like it's not like it's like the aura. You know what I mean? It's like the aura that shows off when I understand it kind of has that same similar energy to it, but yeah, no, this is like again like from what it looks like, developed in house basically or animated in house, which is kind of wild. Again, some of them say produced by. I don't see who developed it or not, who made it. Yeah, like again, like it's like and it's wild because again, like every one of the anime seasons and the movies focus on a different Uma. So like you get these, like you get like the anime moments in basically a lot of these. You know what I mean? So it's sick. It's again, the animation quality is very, very high. And I think that's kind of like one of the reasons why it kind of did become a bit of a meme, where it's like, again, people were dumpstering around in Blue Lock because it was anime of the year, but it was like very rough in animation. It felt like, it felt like for an anime of the year, the budget it felt like it wasn't there, and they're wondering how it could compete or how you would compare them when Umamusume's budget clearly it's like, well, they've got the budget to make this crazy animation style basically. So, but yeah, like you could find like random, like if you just like look on random like Umamusume like animation moments, you'll find some crazy stuff basically. Like just to kind of just see where it all is. In terms of like how crazy the anime quality went as well too. Again, like I think that's something I'm gonna be down the line. I'm gonna be getting into. I'm probably gonna be watching it. Only 3 seasons, I think, in 2 movies. So there's that. I believe it's on Crunchyroll. So there's that. So yeah, easily available.
Something new to do.
Yeah,
something new to watch.
But yeah, I think that's it for at least the one thing that I wanted to make sure that you got to see, or at least get so I can get your reaction on it. So, I mean, to be fair, even just in the game, in the career, the animations do look very good. Even just with the in-game animations, right? And you see when the characters bust out their ultimates. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Like, what is it? It's I'm trying to remember for Tokateo, she has like she has a Tokateo step, and for Rice Shower, what was her thing? She blue rose,
like the view from the lead is mine or whatever.
And then
Silent Suzuka.
she basically breaks out. Yeah, she basically breaks out. You get an actual animation for them, and then usually that's when the special effect of their effect will proc. So, but yeah, like all that stuff is kind of like, it's nice the fact that they have it in there as well. So, is there anything else that we never covered yet? Did we actually cover what the heck the actual stats were? I don't think we did. Okay,
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I did want to mention though is did you know what wit meant?
I think it was just like keeping your bearings throughout the race.
So it's keeping your bearings within the race, yeah. So they don't get so also wit is the one that threw me off. Wit is the percent chance to proc your abilities.
Oh, I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So they're all pretty self-explanatory, right? Speed, top speed. Stamina, right? Maintain top speed, right?
Right.
Power. That one is to break out of traffic.
Yep. Okay.
Guts is, I think it's an end race stat to maintain speed at the end of the race, basically.
Yeah.
No one trains guts. It's basically for most people, you kind of just train speed, stamina, power. That's basically it. And then wit is specifically again to proc your abilities. So like again, I didn't get fully deep into it, but there again, people who do spreadsheet it, I did see that there is a formula to how they calculate the possibility chance of proccing said ability.
Oh.
And I was like,
I had no idea.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I just looked at the formula. I was like, I don't do math, but okay, good to know that it's a
thing. Exactly.
But I was like, okay, I understand now that I need wit to actually win a lot of your races. Yeah. And one tip that I did hear, that I'm gonna spread now as well. First, again, you'll probably hear from when I talk with Jenelle in the second part of this episode, is that if you just train raw stats with any of the horses or any of the Umas, you can just win right there. No skills. You know what I mean? Like, and the occasional skill proc, right? You know what I mean? It'll happen. Right. But if you just if you just raise your stats well, you will you can just win most of your races right then and there, most careers right then and there. Later down the line, when you get to like the high levels, when you're like specking and like basically grinding out like ranks for your Umas, that's when you will need like a certain set of like skills built into the actual character themselves. But for just doing your careers, for again, I learned from him, and just for all the new players who are just looking to get into here, if you just spec well, you will get through most, like 80% of your careers right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are, like the game is designed to like be a little bit difficult, obviously, right? You know, challenging you on choosing your skills well. You'll see like, you know, the affinities, right? The circles versus the triangles for what skills work well on particular tracks and races. But again, like I've won the like second to last race with like not having the right setup, just because I had an insane amount of speed and like stamina to my Uma. So yeah, like don't worry too much about like losing earlier on in this game. I think it's like it's kind of meant to, essentially, to again for you to kind of like fill out your team, and then once your team is relatively filled out, the runs get easier as you go on.
Exactly. The other thing too is it's so important to level up your friendship in the training. So like whenever you see the red exclamation point,
yes,
like train that stat, because then you, like you said, you get the friendship, which gives you more skills, gives you more points in your stat, and then like you said, it's a lesser chance to fail. So
yes, when they're max friendship, it reduces failure chance. Also, if you see like 4 supporter cards in one training, prioritize those early on, because you're able to raise obviously your friendship with four in one shot.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, like so if you see like again, like say you have 4 supporter cards and then say you have 1 exclamation point, it's like, okay, if that supporter card has like a good skill for you to pick up, you know, maybe take the chance on it, because again depends on whatever skill you unlock with them. But if you want to play it safe, but it's still very, very useful, especially down the line, especially towards the later part of your career, raise all 4 of the friendship stats in one shot. And then again, once you have everyone max friendship, it basically reduces. I think it's additive, the percentage chance of you failing a training, basically, if you're at like low level or low energy. Hello, stepping in here. This is time for the part 2, where I bring in my friend Jenelle. Enjoy. Okay, listeners, I've got a new guest here for you guys. I got my friend Jenelle here. Say hi, Jenelle.
Hey, guys.
So Jenelle is essentially the Umamusume expert within my circles. I don't know anyone else who's just spend more time playing this game, basically, than Jenelle. Jenelle, you played the JP release of this game before it actually came out. That's I'm not wrong in saying that, right?
No. I've played the JP probably like 2 months after it came out.
And when would that have been? Like
2.5 years ago.
Okay.
Or so, close to 3. I forgot, but around that time, like I know over 2 years ago.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, so you clearly just have like more experience than everyone. You're the grizzled veteran essentially at this point, versus everyone else who's like a newbie, fresh coming into this game at this point. So, yeah, I got a couple questions here for you about the property. We're gonna expand a little bit more on some stuff that I didn't get to go over with Jeff, because you also partake in the anime as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So you watched the show. I think it's like, what is it, like 3 seasons and then a movie or something?
3 seasons, 1 half season, and a movie.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot more content here, especially just from, at least on mine and Jeff's side. We just strictly played the games. I have just dipped my toe into the anime. I've watched 1 episode so far of the first season. I like it so far. I'm gonna get into it, but we'll go into it a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, so we'll start off here with like what is your experience so far with the entire property, I guess, with the entirety of Umamusume? Like what have you experienced, or what have you played, watched so far?
So I've watched everything. My experience with Umamusume, it's an amazing series. It sounds funny, right? Having an anime and having a game based off of horses that are turned into cute anime girls. but Japan does everything that way best. And when they could turn something into a cute anime girl, it's popping. And if there's some form of sport involved, it's gonna be super popping. But everything about Umamusume has been nothing but fun. I've enjoyed so much of it. I see the memes, I get the memes. I could finally talk about it to friends. That's the one thing. So playing the game and being into the anime for like 2 years and, being the only one to just be goo goo gaga over this franchise and just being like, damn, I really can't talk to anybody about this because they're
like
gonna
no one gets this at all, basically.
yeah, like no one's they're gonna be like, dude, what? They're like, what? Can you repeat that? Horse girls? Like, yeah, but like anime horse girls. Like, hold on, stay with me. Like, hold on.
It's a tough sell. I can get that. Like early on.
Yeah, so like not too long ago, I was trying to get a friend to, because they've been getting the Uma memes or they've been getting the Uma clips.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is this? And they obviously asked me because I'm in that circle of friends. I'm the anime guy.
You're the resident weeb.
Yeah, exactly. They know. So they're like, Jenelle, what is this? I'm like, all right, stay with me. Cute anime horse girls racing. They're like, what? I'm like, all right, you don't need to watch the anime. Just watch the movie. Because luckily enough, you don't need to watch the anime. You don't need to watch anything in any specific order because none of it really follows into like a sequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all solely off of like each individual girl. That's each season so far. So you really don't need any context from like previous seasons. So if you wanted to watch season 3 off the rip, you could go for it. If you wanted to watch the movie by itself, which is what I highly recommend everyone to do if they want to get into it, just watch it. Because then you'll just be like, oh snap, this is what that's like. And yeah. And now they kind of get it. So I'm happy people are understanding the hype behind this, why Japan has gone nutty over this, why it's won Mobile Game Award in Japan for 2 years in a row since it came out and things like that. I'm just happy. I love Umamusume.
Yeah. Speaking of it winning awards in Japan, my co-host Jeff, he's a big Dokkan player. I think we brought up before that like this is like up there in terms of like competing with Dokkan in terms of like popularity, spending, like obviously money coming in. It's kind of like they're kind of like they're fighting in like a trifecta of like those two and like Fate Go usually, essentially, from my understanding.
Yeah.
So it's big. I understand now that it's like massive, but like when I first started in my experience with this, again, for the most part, we stuck to the games with me and Jeff. We're gonna get more into the anime side with you because again, you actually consumed it, and you and me are degens for lack of a better term. Yeah. But we'll get into the little more unhinged side of the this Umamusume fandom. But it's big. I didn't realize how big it was, and then so when the game came out, it like slowly took over my feed. I'll see the occasional meme like a couple years ago of like Tokai Teo singing like that rap song, I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep. Memes of the animation going insanely hard.
Yes.
Basically shitting on Blue Lock and then like praising the animation quality of Umamusume.
Yeah. It was I saw a similar thing like that, but it wasn't Blue Lock, it was T-Beat. That anime. Okay. It was like, how is this overhyped? And then you got the Umamusume movie that just comes out, so it was comparing those two, and then season 2 and then season 3 anime. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, dude, like when I first saw the Tokai Teo memes, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be popping. But they don't understand where this is coming from.
Yeah, like I had no concept of what the hell what it was even happening, basically.
Yeah, and then when you watch season 2, you're like, oh no, oh man, what the heck? So I knew it was gonna take off. And it's funny too because I had a friend who went to Japan like 2 years ago and a year ago.
Okay.
And so when he was roaming around Akiba, he was just like, he went on our Discord call, and then he was like, oh, Jenelle, oh, just the man I wanted to see on Discord. And I was like, why? What happened? He was like, oh, you're the only one that I know that would appreciate this. Turns on his camera and it's just Uma everywhere. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, get me something. And then he was just like, dude, you're the only one I know that's into this. No one's talking about this. And I'm like, I know, because America doesn't understand the greatness of Uma.
No, well, yeah. Now the rest of the world absolutely does. Like again, this game has blown up insanely. Again, like because you were an early adopter of the game, very clear memory of us two sitting in Discord. Like I want to say like a year and a half ago, kind of like me and Matt and you. And I remember like you were just like you were showing it off, and I was like, okay, I kind of get it.
Yeah, I remember, and I was just showing you my account.
But I'm like, I don't read Japanese, like, or not well. But I remember you were playing it, like emulating it on your PC or something, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember you like you trying to explain it to me and trying to sell it to because you're Lakan, you like weeb shit, like you should enjoy this, and I was like, as long as you're happy, Jenelle. Like, like I didn't get it in the moment, and then like now I'm like, okay, I understand how big this is. Like it is kind of wild how hard it took everything over, basically.
Like I said 2 years ago, I was just like, damn, who am I gonna goo goo gaga over this with? And now everyone's goo goo gagaing over it. I was like, man, what a time.
You were playing on Japanese accounts, right? When you were playing this before, because again, it only got the recent EN release, like what, 2 months ago at this point.
Yeah.
So, what was the process of you getting into the Japanese account, or like getting into the game in the first place?
So in the beginning, there wasn't a lot of at least guides or translations for it. I kind of read up on it on Reddit just to get a feel of the game, just to see like, okay, what is this? Like, I want to play games with cute anime girls and cute anime horse girls. Like, let me try this. So I just YouTubed how to make a Japanese iTunes account. Took like 5 minutes. Then I downloaded it, and then that's it from there. Like I said, I took maybe like 2 days to go through the subreddit to kind of understand what to do. And then from there, I used Google Translate from my iPad to my phone.
Oh, jeez.
Just to read the menus. And I did that for 3 days. And then gradually it just became muscle memory. Oh, I click this does this, I got to do this. Oh, she's sad. Okay, here you go, day off. Things like that. So it was challenging in the beginning, but then like I said, after a week, it just kind of clicked and I was like, okay, this is simple enough. Very easy. And I've just been playing it since, and I just, I'm not going to go through the grind on my EN account.
Compared to everybody else, you are a veteran, because like obviously we're only 2 months in essentially here in the EN, right? Like, what is the experience? Is there like a difference in experience for playing it for 2 years, 2.5 years at this point versus playing it like as a newbie?
No, I wouldn't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because the core game itself is the same. Right, it's always going to be you raise your horse,
the career mode.
You train them, you train them through the campaign, and then you just hope to hit all the goals, and then that's it. Now in the JP version, we have multiple campaigns that have other things going on at the same time. So one example, spoiler alert for everyone playing the EN, spoiler alert, there's like 7-8 other campaigns. One of them is essentially kind of like they're in a band, right? So now when you raise the skills, it also raises another skill for like that band aspect. So like singing or whatever, right? So now you also have to win your races and win like these band competitions at the same time. So now you got to juggle like, okay, like let's say you're high on the singing skill, which might be on like the speed skill, but you're low on some other band skill, but it's a skill you don't need. You're potentially going to lose that part and you might win the race, but you might lose the overall campaign because you didn't clear that side.
Oh,
So
okay.
in the other campaigns, it's kind of like that, and they just get harder because now you do have to juggle more with what's going on in the game.
Hmm. So I remember we had a conversation again at our mutual friend's like birthday party, right? I remember you brought up this point that this game is basically a roguelite.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. It's all
100%.
it's all basically everything's a run, right? It's a career, right? That's your run.
Mm-hmm.
It's all your variables are your like your relics or whatever your items may be would be like your skills, and your relics would be say like your legacies, right?
Yeah.
Your base modifiers basically before the run even starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And then all the choices matter.
mhm.
You pick the wrong choice, the stamina goes down or up. The choice you make, the mood goes down or up. So then now you gotta fix that. It's a roguelike. And then you just do that all over again. You lose your campaign, then you just run it again. And you're like, all right, let me try this. And then a different option happens, and you're like, oh damn, well, I didn't expect this to happen. Run it again. That's it.
Yeah, and like that kind of like losing careers is kind of part of the game. Like I had to like
Yeah.
learn that relatively early on. So like my first career attempt was with Tokai Teo,
Mhm.
and I got slammed like fourth race in, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? I thought I was doing everything okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm raising all the skills equally, not realizing that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because that's how I play like RPGs, right? Like I treat it that way, where like I
Mhm.
kind of balance myself overall, like not taking into account the types of races I'm going into, the skills that I'm finding from my supporters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, so it's part of the game. I will like just start a run, start like lose, try again with extra information now, right? That's kind of like what the gameplay loop is essentially of the careers of the main game mode of the game.
Yeah, because you have to understand, like, okay, this girl is for short races. So obviously you just want to, you just want speed, 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 speed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gotta go fast. And then you'll have the longer races, like 2,400, 3,200 meter type races. You're like, all right, I want stamina, stamina, speed, 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 speed.
Like
That's all
I need something when the game has to throw me into a long race when I've been
Yeah.
specking for sprints the entire time, which
Yeah,
is great.
exactly.
Yeah, thanks game. Appreciate the fuck out of that. I just wasted 20 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like you got to take in consideration that, and then there's obviously the courses. So like those matter with the distance, and then the turf, like, and then the positioning. Like, there's a
Mhm.
lot. Like when I was explaining this game in the beginning, like I said, 2 years ago, when I was talking about this to people, they were just like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, there's so much thought into this game. Like, you have no idea.
It's
Like,
insanely deep. Like for like trying to explain it to a nobot, to someone who has no
yeah,
comprehension of this game, basically.
yeah, it sounds like a simple concept. You train horse girls and you race, and it's like it's no, like because every horse girl's different, every turf is different. Then you got the buff where it's like, okay, they only want even numbers. Well, shoot, RNG takes the wheel when you end up in those stalls. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you end up in an odd. Then you got the buff that's for the even. Well, that buff is a waste. Like there's so much that goes on. It's such a great game.
Again, it's surprisingly deep. That's kind of like the one, like the biggest thing that I like realized once I started like deep diving into this game. Do a little comparison here from the EN to the JP. You said you're not gonna grind out through the EN, especially because your JP kind of so much further ahead, right? Currently,
Yeah, 100%.
okay. How
Yeah.
far ahead is the JP versus the EN? Like obviously like 2 years and some change, right? But like, is there stuff that came out in JP that doesn't come out that you don't think would happen here, or like how do they treat like content drops over there?
So content drops are pretty frequent. Like the banners, it's your average banner duration, if
Okay.
you will, maybe like 2 weeks to a month ish.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nothing on the JP side won't get implemented to the EN. Like everything is gonna eventually transfer over.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, the multiple campaigns, those will eventually come in. As far as when, time will tell how the EN decides to do the drops, because as far as I know, um I heard they're speeding up the EN drops.
Mm.
So I'm wondering if that's also including the content as well, because that's really the bigger thing. right?
Okay.
It's just the different campaigns. Like the banners, we all know that the different banners are going to come out. People have already kind of speculated when this and this came out, but realistically, you could just go back into the JP banner history on through like probably like the wiki or whatever, and then kind of gauge from there, and do the math. But it's when the new campaign comes out that is going to probably change everything for the EN players, because now they don't have to do the same rinse and repeat, just do the regular campaign. It's like, oh, there's this that kind of matters, right? Like, oh, this Uma gets like a buff here, this Uma gets a buff there, and yeah, it's not too crazy as far as it being ahead in terms of the overall game, because the menu and everything is the same. It's just that banners for the Uma, support banner, and then the campaign is really where it starts to change and take a different turn.
Okay, so in regards to it, obviously, because in how the game's releasing content as of right now, was there anything special like in Japan versus the EN side? Like, were there any tie-ins with the anime or the movies with the game?
Yeah, so that was probably the better part of the JP side, where every episode of the anime that came out, you got like 300 gems.
Oh, sick.
And
okay.
yeah, so it was just like, that's the thing with side games though. Like they're super generous. Like,
oh yeah,
they always give gems, right?
Yeah, the game is probably one of the friendlier like free to play games that I've ever played. Like or
Yeah.
free one of the friendlier games to play free to play as for a gacha game specifically.
Yeah, because to this day I haven't spent a dime on my JP account, and not because I don't want to, but it was mainly because it's such a hassle to put money into it on my JP account. And I was like, I just don't want to deal with that. So
fair point.
But it's very free to play. So you always got gems every anime episode. You got gems for the movie. You got gems for like the half anniversary and for the anniversary. Then they would do like a 30-day countdown before the half anniversary, and then a 30-day countdown after the anniversary, things like that. Like they're super generous with the gems, but the RNG is still garbage. So like, yeah, here's all the gems you can get. Just, you're going to spend money to get what you want,
Is the RNG that bad? Like, because you showed me your account. I remember you said you had obviously more Umas in your account, right? But like everyone was like pretty raised up, at least from what I saw.
So for them being 5-star, I just used a lot of the in-game resources to get their copies.
Okay.
But I wouldn't. I guess it's just my RNG. It's not that bad. Like in support banners, I've gotten like 3 SSRs. In Uma banners, I've hit like 4 SSRs in one pull. Like it's just the RNG realistically. But so far, like the EN, mine is actually garbage. So that's where like I'm not grinding.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, it must be nice to have some good luck right off the bat. I've had nothing basically this entire time. Like
Yeah.
Well, we just had recently the Kita-san Black. That was the first banner we got, right? I believe.
Yeah, the first support banner.
Yeah, and I got the other one. Satsuno Diamond, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, it's not a bad card. It's that
No.
Kita-san is like kind of mandatory essentially at this point, like for like early on.
Early to mid game, it's like she's needed, and even on my JP account, like I've only hit 1 copy. So
okay.
that speaks, and I've been playing for like 2-something years.
Yeah,
but like, like you will end up getting other supports later on.
Okay.
And that's where I kind of fell short, because I'm a casual player.
Okay.
I might be a veteran player in your eyes for playing 2.5 years, but I'm casual. I'm not trying to sweat. It was just something I wanted to dip my toes in, and eventually I ended up drowning in the series. But if I knew any better back then to read up a lot more, I would have gone pretty dumb on Kita-san Black. But at this point, with the banners that do come out and the future banners that EN will come out, we will get the other banner or the other support cards that do help out greatly in the campaign for a lot of the players.
Yeah, so you're again, you said you're free to play, you're not whaling. So I'm assuming that's a whole nother world. I mean, it always is, right, in terms of like gacha games, but like I'm sure that's got to be nuts, right? When people are just like dumping money into this game to just make the ideal team basically every time.
Oh yeah, that's really the only reason you'd really whale, if you cared a lot about the PvP aspect of the game,
Mm-hmm.
because the PvP is it's relatively small, right?
Because it's the
You
team races, right? That's all it is right now. Is there more to it that is expanded later down the line?
As far as I remember, it's about the same.
Oh, okay,
Nothing's really changed with that. So that's where you will run into the whales who spent the hours, perfecting their Uma, but have also spent the money to get the max support card,
got
right?
it. Okay,
And, you just gather your top 15 strongest Umas, whether they be like all A class or, some of mine are like UG3, UG5.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, you just race other players.
Okay. So the PvP stays relatively similar then. That's kind of the
Yeah.
because the most part of the game again that I've been interfacing with is like I treat the daily races or the team races as those are dailies, right? That's basically what they are.
Yeah, that's how I treat them too.
Okay.
Like I'm not too huge on the PvP thing. Like if I'm gonna PvP, I'll play something else,
Mm-hmm.
like an actual PvP type of game, like a
Yeah.
shooter or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the gachas, I always treat them like a daily. It's just like something to do on the side.
Gotcha. Okay. So like the main pull of the game is still like the career mode. That is like the main like the meat of the game basically still.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's just running that campaign, seeing, am I gonna knock all the goals out without, losing?
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna be first place? Like that was actually in one of my runs on my JP account. I was using my Kitasan Black, and one day I was just like, you know what? Let me see if I could just win first place in every race.
Mm.
And yeah, that run, I ended up just getting her at like UG3 or whatever, just solely going on speed, nothing else. Like I was just like, you got this, girl.
Speed strat. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. How are you gonna lose a race if you're the fastest one?
Exactly.
Duh.
If the gap is so big, they can't catch up anyway. It doesn't matter if you have guts or stamina. Who cares?
Exactly. Who needs that? Just go fast.
Yeah. So you were talking before about like pulling your luck in this game. Like I saw that there's like what is it? It's like 200 pulls, right? Is like where you get like the coupon essentially, whatever the hell it is, the little tag they give you so you can just straight up just pick one of the highlighted supporter cards.
Oh, the pity?
Yeah, the pity.
Yeah.
So like I'm not super well versed in gacha games. I don't play them as much anymore nowadays. And at least the ones that I played back then, like was like Summoner's War. I was a Puzzles and Dragons guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall there being like a pity system in those ones.
Pity is a relatively new thing for gacha games.
Okay.
Especially like the way it's being implemented now. And one of your listeners can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but out of all the gacha games I've played in the past like 7 years, like a guaranteed pity like that started happening definitely well before Genshin, but Genshin made it popular.
Okay.
So, like, because I used to play Honkai Impact the Third before Genshin Impact and the ZZZ players took over.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a pity system, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like a guaranteed, oh, you're gonna get this in like this amount.
Okay.
It's like you had to exchange those resources after 200 pulls to get exactly what you wanted.
Okay.
So the pity system for Uma definitely has adopted from other gacha games. And it's a nice thing because there's some games.
It feels healthy.
Yeah.
It feel like there was one that like where like Japan forced like pull rates info because it was so like horrendously bad. Like I don't remember which one exactly it was, but it was like it was definitely a gacha game.
It was probably FGO. I mean, that game is it's known for just having the worst the worst drop rates. And so, I wouldn't really be surprised. I've dabbled only in that for like a month or something, and then I just stopped playing. But yeah, like, the pity system is such a great thing. There are different games implemented differently. Like the two biggest gacha games I'm currently playing and still playing since launch are Nikke and Blue Archive. And I used to have a friend who played Blue Archive with me at the same time. And I could tell you that there's, between those two games, it might just be, how they're handling it, but their pity system, I prefer Nikke's pity system over anything. Because let's say, you don't get the girl in your banner. So the pity system for Nikke, when you roll on the limited banner or the limited banner, you get gold tickets. Now, those gold tickets, you can just hoard forever.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
save it for a rainy day, basically.
Yeah, but with Blue Archive, there's a time limit. And the time limit to that is when the banner ends. So let's say you are free to play and you've been saving your gems, hoping to get, said banner girl in Blue Archive, and you don't hit, and then the banner is about to end, and you don't have enough for the 200, and you have like 170 something. And I say this because like it's happened to me multiple times. It's like, well, what do? They go to waste. You can't, you don't get refunded in any way. They just get deleted.
Okay. That's rough.
Yeah, and so like the pity system for all these gacha games, it's a matter of, how much am I willing to spend? Am I really going to get anything out of it? That's why I still mainly play Nikke till this day, because the pity system is so good. But going back to Uma, I'm glad that they do have, I'm glad with their pity system, it stops you. And it tells you, hey, you've hit enough, like, get this. Pick from this now.
They give it to you right off the bat, basically.
Okay. They're like, hey, get this now.
Yeah, the Nikke and the Blue Archive is a pretty hard swing from, I feel like, with the player base, at least that I would assume for Umamusume, but do you, fam?
Yeah. I dabble in all.
You're cultured. You're
I'm well versed.
Yeah. No judgment here. I understand. I mean, a little bit of that has been kind of peeking into the, at least from what I'm seeing for the Umamusume fan base here in the EN sphere. Because I've seen memes about it, like seeing like as soon as something shows up, like the Yakuza's coming after you. Like when I see like a slightly horny post about like what Umamusume is currently showing right now, right?
Oh, that thing.
For the most part, it's pretty wholesome, but like I'm seeing I'm starting to see a little bit of spilling over into like my feed basically at this point.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time, man. Like the whole Yakuza thing, like it was mainly because like over in the Japan side, like they just really didn't want that, Yeah. And I don't know if it was with Cygames or the horse owners.
I believe it's the owners. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's like anyone can correct us, but I just know like it was just a huge deal. Like I remember one Twitter artist I follow, they posted something relatively R18, and it got taken down like immediately.
What do you mean by relatively R18? You like spicy or like full on?
Yeah, like full on like R18.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time till like the EN market touched down on it, because obviously America does what they want to do.
Freedom, baby.
So like they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not even gonna blame them when you, man, these banners that are gonna be coming up, man.
I've seen peaks. I've seen peaks.
I don't even blame y'all. Like when you see them bikini
the summer
banners,
outfits,
man, bro. I got Super Creek. Oh man, like, dude.
Oh well, speaking of a Super Creek, yeah, she has like the what is it that everyone's kind of like horny for? Like the Goo Goo Babies,
yeah,
like
the Goo Goo Baby. Hey,
bro, like it's wild. They're so in.
Dude, I'm down bad. I'm not a furry, but I'm down bad.
I mean, they're basically human for the most part.
They're borderline, bro.
Yeah.
They're just not dangerously cheesy yet.
Yeah. I've seen like a lot of Agnes Tachyon. A lot of people are super like into her. She has that like mad scientist, the droopy, the sleepy eyes kind of look to her. I get it.
Yeah, the crazy eyes going final form, dude. I'm with it.
She taps into the Speed Force during the
So you haven't even seen my final form,
dude. It's nuts. It's nuts looking. The animation is
so
wild.
Good.
But also,
so good.
I see a lot of people just like, you know, if you see like a post of her in her casual outfit, I just see like a lot of like, oh, Agnes, my beloved, or Agnes, my wife, like show up. I'm like, oh, geez, y'all are down bad.
Bro, they don't even know yet.
Well,
they don't even know.
I mean, we're gonna go ahead and just rip this Band-Aid off. Who's best girl?
So man, Gentle Donna. My God, when y'all get that banner, when y'all get Gentle Donna.
Gentle Donna. Let me look this up right now, real quick.
When
okay,
so GENTILDONNA.
Yeah, I see it. Okay,
man,
I get it.
That's mine. But but overall, like actually playing the game and the anime, it's her. It's been Nari the Top Road and Kid-san Black. Like those three are like my favorites.
Like favorite isn't like they're your daughters, or like they're like your horse daughter wife.
That'd be crazy when dreams come true, you know?
Because I remember you asked me, and who did I rattled off like 3 right off the bat. I was like, Rice and Haru as like they're my daughters, and I will die for them. And then I remember like I threw out Mejiro Ryan, and then I remember you just saying like you would.
Yeah.
Just like I felt a little bit of judgment, not gonna lie. I was like, what do you mean by I would like that? I like tomboys. That's like a big deal for me. So
no, I mean, yeah. I mean, they're all appealing. Like that's the thing. Like there's a horse girl for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. And nothing wrong with that. I'm not shaming nobody. I ain't gonna yuck anyone's yum.
It felt like you were yucking my yum or judging me in that moment.
I understand. We're all down bad one way or another.
The one that I see that's funny is when people like, there's a lot of like clearly like not super down the rabbit hole kind of fans, like they're thrown off by
vanilla.
A lot of them get thrown off, or they feel icky about like training Maya on a Top Gun.
Why?
Because she calls you on Nichan, so that already filters a lot of people out. And then she I think some of her dialogue, she says she wants to like marry the trainer.
It's so cute. That's like a little sister thing.
That's what I'm saying. But like everyone else is like, oh, it feels weird. I'm like, nah, man. Like this is very pure-hearted maiden love. That's all this is.
What? No, those people are weird. What?
I'm saying
they're weirdos.
I'm saying I feel like it's more of a self-report than anything else.
Yeah, for real. No, just come out already.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Yeah, for me, it's like Mejiro Ryan, Vodka is up there for me.
Yeah.
Taiki Shuttle's fun. She's like a Genki American girl, basically in the game, and I'm assuming the anime as well too, right? That's a. I'm assuming their in-game character is basically just slid over from the anime, basically, right?
It might be the other way around because the game is pretty far ahead.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, whatever you see in the game, they incorporate it into the anime, and the characters stay true, so it's all fun.
Yeah, and like the anime like has that like again like that sports anime energy, right? Obviously, the really big dramatic moments, right? Again, like I've only seen clips of the later stuff. I'm only 1 episode into the anime so far. The game has like this just full on like slice of life aspect to it. Like it's just it's a roguelite visual novel basically, right?
Yeah, it's so wholesome.
Yeah, and then you get to see the interaction between the girls and them doing daily life stuff or them doing training. Everyone's like a friendly rivalry for the most part.
Yeah, like a lot of the things that have been popping up on like my X feed and my Threads feed. I know I'm one of the few people that end up on Threads, but a lot of it so far has been people just discovering the whole crane game part of the mini game, and like that's it's so cute.
Yeah, I got my first one of the events of that like 3 days ago, maybe. Like it finally showed up. Like I keep seeing, I'm like, when the hell does this get added into the game? But then I realized, oh, wait, no, it's in English. So it's got to be in the game now at this point, right? And I finally got one. So I was like, sick. And then I think it was for who the hell was it for? I think it was for Bakshin. And she was like, I would like a little one. I was like, okay, whatever for my daughter, everything for you. You know what I mean? I want you to just smile. So like, yeah, like I got it. Like luckily I got one of them at least for it. But yeah, it's like a fun little, mini game within a mini game kind of thing. It's sick. Like there's a lot of weird variation stuff in the game, basically. The one thing that I've also seen people starting to discover is the raffle. Raffle. Yeah, because you I've never seen so many people like needing to lock in memes. But like they'll be like they're doing a run with like, I don't know, whatever their Umo of choice. And they like, oh, we're gonna go to the onsen with Super Creek, and they're like, oh, I need to win now. Like I need to make sure that I get to this fucking event.
Yeah, man, got the gooners everywhere,
bro.
Y'all just hiding, bro.
Yeah, just admit it. Just be honest with yourself. It's fine.
I'm hello, fellow gooner here.
Just admit it, and you'll be so much happier. Just allow it. Just let it be. Just let it free.
Yeah, just don't be obnoxious about it. And that's it.
There's a limit, again, or the Yakuza comes after you.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, like I feel like for the most part, I don't see a lot of that horny posting go too hard in my feed.
Oh, it will.
I mean, like, I'm sure, but like, but for the most part, it is surprisingly wholesome, right? Like I see a lot of like memes around like even just like clips from in the game of like Haru and like Rice Shower doing the little Umapyoi song. And everyone's like
dancing.
Our horse daughters, we love them. You know what I mean? Anything for them kind of thing. Or like anything Haru does is cute. They're like, oh cool, 500 more tons of grass for Haru Urara.
Exactly.
And then there's a little bit of like some stuff that kind of toes the line a little bit. You know, it's like a little bit risque, but nothing like explicit. You know what I mean? It's like, again, like Agnes Tachyon, my beloved, or like people who are kind of like tilting into that, like, playing into the Goo Goo Babies game with Super Creek.
Yeah, if you look hard enough,
I'm sure it's there, but it's like surprisingly wholesome for the most part right now, anyway.
Yeah, they're just they're keeping it off the feed, but that's where you just gotta look. Like if I log into my Pixiv right now, bro, it's done up. It's done up. If I go on my X, it's
over.
Done up.
Done.
I didn't even have to look. It finds me. It's like, hey, you're into this. Yes, I am.
But there are horse daughters. No.
Look, I appreciate art. I appreciate art.
I am also an art appreciator. I'm also cultured. I understand.
What's that one Office clip? Like, it's called hentai.
and it's art. Exactly. I'm down for a little spicy picture every once in a while. I get it.
Yeah. I don't consume it all the time, but if it's there, I'm not going to be like, ew, yuck. I'm going to be like, oh, wow, good.
The idol stuff, I feel like, is like a big surprise that I thought it would not click with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people really interested in some of the song releases that show up down the line in JP.
Like, you know what it is? The songs are bangers.
They're good
That's
songs.
The thing.
They are
like,
good songs.
They slap. Like they go too hard sometimes. Like I think I missed this event, but I just discovered like a short about this one song. I have it saved on one of my tabs because I was just like, dude, what is this? And because I kept seeing it, and it was Silent Suzuka in like a swimsuit, and
okay. I like where this is going.
It was just this song, and then I was like, wait, yeah, I was like, it was Silent Suzuka in the swimsuit, and then I was like, wait a minute, this song goes, and then I had to figure this out, and man, yeah, and I was just like, dude, no song has disappointed me in Umamusume. Like they just go too hard.
The one I'm seeing a lot of right now is the summer festival one.
Yes.
That one's popping off really hard in my feed right now. Like everything, like because that's a wild thing we should. So like the game is majority voiced over, which is wild. First off, and then like the concerts, the performances. Not all, but I think like a majority of them are voiced by the actual individual actors. actresses, right? For all the songs, like everyone, like if I win a race with Rice Shower, like it will be Rice Shower singing the song. Like it's not just like a generic audio. And then if I win the next one with Kid-san Black, it is her voice actress singing that song.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the like great things. They all have their own individual recordings, and then
there's a couple that I saw people in the comments saying that they're not like the what is it, like I think it's like Takion doesn't do like some of her performances because like apparently she's like, as a voice actress, she's very shy about singing. Like I've seen stuff like that, but like but a majority of the individual performers are like their Uma is performing in every one of the concerts basically.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Umamusume. I was looking for, my bad. I was looking for the short, and then I just ended up going through a more Uma rabbit hole on my computer. But I'm trying to find the song.
Again, man, I get it. Like it's a wild. I've never fallen down a rabbit hole like this since like falling down the VTuber rabbit hole.
Yes.
It's very similar where it's like, okay, I see it. It's not really my thing, but it's like, I'll stay like, I'll keep it in the back of my mind. And then like a month later, it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Some pretty cool stuff in here. And then like, now I'm like kind of like all in and I'm like, shit, I'm here.
Dude, it's the same thing. Like when I got into this rabbit hole, I felt the same exact way. I was like, damn, I'm going to be the trendsetter, just like I did with HoloLive. Because I was in the HoloLive, I think pre-COVID. So 2018. Okay. And I was trying to get my friends into it. They're like, I don't know. I kept sending them clips. I kept sending my one friend clips. I kept just forcing her clips. I was like, you're going to like this girl. You're going to like this girl. And it was just quoting the clips left and right. I was like, you're going to like this girl. You're going to enjoy her. Just watch it. And then she caved after like after like a year, she caved. And then I did the same thing with my guy friends in that Discord group.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know. And then they caved. And now it's like, all right, time for the Uma.
Time to do it all over again.
Yep.
Time to drag you down here with me.
Time to strike. But you know, being the first early adopter, it's like, who do I talk about this to?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and then it's all over again. And I'm like, okay, you guys are going to fall for this eventually.
Yeah, like, I've done that as well for, like, some anime. Like, what was it? I think I caught Rent-A-Girlfriend at, like, 2 chapters. Like, the second chapter had just come out. I think same thing with like My Dress Up Darling. Like I caught it on like chapter 3, and I was like, oh, this is gonna blow up. You know what I mean? So like I understand like kind of being like the front runner of something that you know is gonna be big, like gonna be massive. But it's like again, and that you're right. In that moment, you're like, I have no one to talk about this with. Like who, you know what I mean? It's like who who can I spill this to? Who will actually understand what the hell I'm talking about?
What do I do? How can I can't bottle up these feelings for too long. I'm gonna explode.
Yeah, man. It's again, it's a very interesting property. It is probably again like one of the most, the fact that it's not a surprise, obviously, in the JP sphere, right? Where you get an anime and then a game, right? That's not exactly a surprise. Like I'm sure that it happens more often than not. Where there'll be like a tie-in product or whatever. But but in one that has this kind of like extremely positive reception.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, with something so niche, like extremely niche, to get so many people invested at this point from our side of the world, to have such a positive reaction and outcome. It's like, wow, like that's awesome. Like people are really enjoying this. They can now understand what I was feeling, and I'm just happy for that. Like it was just a matter of time. And honestly, my when I first heard about the EN release, I was skeptical about it. Because I mean, what's our Western audience like?
Like horse racing's a thing here. right?
Yeah, they like the horse racing stuff. Cute girls. You'll find a handful of people who like it.
Yeah.
But mainly our thing here is always, the shonen, the Dragon Ball Z, the One Piece. Nothing against the One Piece guys.
Yeah, like solo leveling.
You
that
know,
kind
the
of like
solo
that's
leveling.
kind of like what it is here for the most part.
Yeah, exactly.
You and
but
I
then
technically are the weirdos liking
the cute
romance
girl
or
stuff.
slice of life or like moe trash, right? Like that's
Exactly.
we're the weirdos technically.
But then for something like this type of anime, the whatever, like the way you describe it, and for it to be such a hit for our audience, it's just like, damn, dude, what a time to be alive. What a time.
Well, since we mentioned here before of our fandoms that we are currently like, there's a weird overlap here, right? Was it recently? Wasn't there like an Umamusume collab with something from Hololive?
It was a VTuber concert.
Okay.
And essentially they had, so for those who don't know, Golshi is a VTuber.
Yes.
And she ended up on this VTuber concert that they tend to hold now. And it's not even like a Hololive specific or whatever. It's just a bunch of VTubers that just,
it's not Hololive. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a collaborative concert, right? So you'll have Hime Hina on there. You'll have people from Nijisanji and Hololive and the works and the indies and whatever the case may
Vispo
be.
indies, yeah, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
okay.
and this was when peak JP Umamusume was popping.
How long ago was
Golshi, was that a year ago, 2 years
ago?
ago?
It was a year ago? Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a while
I'm only seeing clips of it now. I didn't even realize it was a thing.
You're seeing clips of it now because of the wave.
Got it.
EN.
Okay,
but this, like I said, I was in it.
Yeah, you were in the trenches. You were there.
Yeah, I was watching this shit live. So Golshi performs with, I believe it's 5th gen JP Hololive, and they perform Umamusume on this VTuber concert.
Yeah, I popped off, got out because I remember seeing the clip was Polka, and I was like, okay, who the hell else? You know what I mean? I was like, what is happening? I think that's the first time I realized, because I thought it was like you know how like Miku can guest, but like like it's what I mean, like can guest on anything technically, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that like they had a full on like 3D model set up for like live capture for Umamusume, basically. That's why I was so thrown off by it.
Oh yeah, one of the early videos. So I'm wrong. This was 2022. So 3 years ago. Yeah. So I've actually been playing the game for 3 years. Wow. I thought it was like 2. It felt like shorter.
It flew by.
But early on, I saw a clip of the motion capture done on YouTube of Golshi's model, and this was like early on, right? And it was to Umamusume, and that's how I actually got into it initially, because I was just like, oh, the song is cute. Oh, this character is cute. What is this? And I'll try to find the video. I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like you see the person wearing the mocap suit with the balls on the bodysuit, and then you see Golshi on the side, and then you see the choreography and how it's like 1-to-1.
I'm gonna flip a coin here. Is it a dude?
I don't remember.
Actually. Okay. Because I usually assume that anyone, like the choreographers or the performance. Yeah, flip the coin here. Let's see. Flip the coin. Look, right now, let's find out. Okay. Okay, my keyboard just died on me. Cool, whatever. I can't even like search it right now. Damn it. I'll find the answer eventually.
I will link it to you. The video was 4 years old, but this is how I got into it. 4 years ago. Damn,
it is a dude. There we go. Called it.
Dude, time's flying. My sense of time is so off.
I've definitely seen this on my feed. I have not watched it yet. Okay.
I'm off by a lot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude, time is flying. But yeah, that's
this is so interesting. So interesting to see. This is sick.
Dude, it's so good. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Oh, also speaking of Golshi, I find it funny that she is this kind of like goofball character in the game, right? And in the anime as well too, right? From my understanding.
Yeah.
I appreciate the summer outfit. That is it throws me off because get rid of like the headphones or the headband. She's like
the ear.
I'm like, what?
Second ear cups.
Yeah, I'm like, she's kind of bad. She's kind of bad though.
Did you see her dress?
Hold on, link me this motherfucker. Like, I need to see this shit now.
Yeah,
because like again, like Gold, she's like a goofball character, basically, from my understanding. So like seeing her in different outfits is like, different look. I like it.
No, this dress outfit.
So good. This one, yes, I have seen this one. Yeah, again, makes me feel things. Again, I'm used to her being like kind of comic relief so far in the game.
Yeah,
she can be like a what's the term? Like not like a little bit of a sunny, a little bit.
She has that the mature. She can have the mature vibe.
Yeah, I've heard her like in the stream again, like the stream clip that I've seen of them just straight up streaming on YouTube. It's like her, Teo, I think Maruzhensky, and then someone else. And I was like, they're kind of just playing gang beasts and just kind of just doing their own thing. It's kind of awesome. Yeah. It's really interesting.
Yeah. And like I was like going back to the whole idol thing, like, like we have the idol community and they're, I'm part of that community. And when you go to like let's say like Anime NYC or whatever, right? Like 9 times out of 10, you can kind of tell who's into that scene.
Yeah.
You could just take a glance and be like, yeah, they like the idol stuff, right?
Yeah, I definitely could tell now. And like, obviously the further I fell into like the Hololive rabbit hole as well.
Yeah, you can easily point them out.
I understand this is a different culture, but like I can kind of figure it out. Like, oh, this is what you like.
Yeah, and then again, just like, like this thing being an idol part aspect with their banger songs. By the way, I found the song. It's called Torrensen Ondo.
Okay, hold on. Well, yeah, I have it here now, so I might as well see it real quick.
Song. That's the
one that's the one. That's the one that's blowing up everywhere right now.
Yep. I don't like this song goes
because this song goes hard, and also it's very cute because they all have like summer outfits in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, sick, and people are getting. Oh, that's another whole other aspect of this game. Like, I saw like this is adorable. Like Rice Shower has like a little vampire outfit, I think it is for the Halloween event or whatever it was.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
Dude, and then the fact that you can like watch these music videos, but then choose the girls you want and then the outfits you want. Dude, oh man, love it.
Peak. Absolute peak. It's so good. And I'm getting fed it from like Japanese channels that like highlight the, it's like, oh, I'm a fan. I was like, I like this music video. I'm just going to put it on YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. And like it's funny because like I'm seeing like the comments on there, like again, like you see a random English comment in the sea of Japanese comments. It's like I cannot wait for this to show up, and you know what I mean, to finally come to the EN side.
Yeah,
it's just a lot. It's a lot of content that we're just waiting for at this point.
Pretty much, and I'm just waiting for all of y'all to see it.
Even like shit posts about like Haru Urara. Is like it's always making her look really pitiful, like with the big old crying eyes, basically.
Yeah, but it's cute.
It's cute. It's really cute. It's really wholesome.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I really actually like about the community too, because like I didn't expect, like for them to be that supportive to feed her so much grass. Like, yeah. I don't know if you saw the X post where the owner sent a pic of her eating the grass.
Yes, yeah.
And being thankful. And it's like, wow, like that's so awesome. Like thank you guys.
And another post that I saw like following up after was like, hey, she has too much grass.
Yeah.
we have to share it to like it's too much for her to handle, obviously. So they're like, we're gonna share with the other horses of the stable. And I was like, that's wholesome. That's very, very wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice part of the community. It's good to see like everyone kind of coming together for like a positive thing.
Yeah.
I saw a really cute post of like the actual Haru Urara, where like somebody had visited the farm or the stable that she's at, had like the little plushie of Haru in Uma form, right? It's like a little plushie, and then the actual Haru was just kind of like falling asleep. It was very cute. And there was another one where Top Gun's son, Luminox, I think it was, they carry a figurine of their father, but in Uma form, like a figurine.
Yeah.
It strangely pulled in a lot of people into the world of horse racing.
Yeah.
Because all the Umas are based on, real horses. The story's being adapted to, I'm assuming, the anime, right? The anime, so they follow an individual horse or something like that for per season, or a bunch per season.
Yeah.
And then they also do it as well for in the game, right? Like some of the careers are based off of the stories that they had of their careers. What is it? Toketeo, was it got hurt?
Oh man, dude, just wait till you watch that in the anime.
Yeah, it's gonna be super emotional. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry like a bitch.
Dude, I didn't think I would.
And I find myself going down weird rabbit holes of researching the actual horses.
You just end up learning more and more about them without even trying. Once you get into this, it's just it just feeds itself to you. And that's probably through the power of AI and Zuckerberg listening into us.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
It's so interesting to know that the way they implement the real life events into the game and the anime, it's so well done. And it just really draws you in even more because it's wait, I can watch the real horse. I could watch the real race that this was based off of.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch it and then you start reading the reports on everything. And it's oh man, this goes deep.
Basically the history of the horses, who whose father or mother shows up as a whole ass family tree. Yeah, it's wild. the Meiji, I mentioned before, the Meiji Orion, right? That's she's but she's the same relation as Meiji McQueen, and then apparently there's 3 or 4 more that show up later down the line.
Yeah,
and they're all Ojo-samas except for Meiji Orion for some reason. So I'm just which I'm fine with. I like my tomboys. I'm cool with that. So feels weird initially at first, but then you realize how wholesome it all ends up kind of being, that people get invested in actually researching the stuff. The one that I saw a meme of recently was when you get interested into your Uma story and you look up the actual horse and you see the first word is was, and it's oh man.
Yeah, that was a lot of heartbreak for a lot of people. Also RIP Grass.
Oh yeah, so that happened yesterday, or was that 2 days ago? Yesterday.
I think it was yesterday, yeah.
We're recording August 9th. August 8th it was announced. Also wild that the Umamusume Twitter account is the one that announced it.
07.
And that was our moment of silence for Grass Wonder.
Yeah, it's watching the fandoms and seeing the community grow. It's when I started getting into, I wouldn't say my first fandom, right? But getting into Hatsune Miku, right?
Okay.
And then going to my first Miku concert, I knew nothing of it. And then I attended my first concert, and then gradually everything around me just started revealing itself. Oh, this is Miku, this is Miku, Miku's here, Miku's there. And then with Hololive, it's oh, I'm into this. Oh, Hololive's here, Hololive's there. With Uma, it's not me having to look for it. It's revealing itself way faster than those communities have. And I think it's because of how fast the popularity blew up.
Yeah.
Right? Miku's always been popular, right?
Yeah.
But it was very niche. It wasn't as welcoming as things nowadays where if you're into a VTuber, oh, you're not weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's cool that you're into VTubers. Who's your favorite VTuber?
Versus 5 years ago where you're what are you doing?
Exactly. When I said, when I went to my first Miku concert, I think it was 2018 or something. I'm relatively late into the Miku game, but I dived into it. But at that time, oh, you're into that? What is that? Who's that?
Yeah.
You're weird, And then VTubers, when I got into it, what is that? You're weird for that.
Yeah.
But now it's it's so accepting. And just seeing that transitional change over the course of 10 years, It's like, dude, that's awesome to
Yeah.
see everyone be more accepting of what they like rather than like yucking their yum. I
Absolutely.
mean, I'm gonna still do that regardless.
Yeah.
If if your yum is yucky, I'm gonna yuck it.
We're gonna call it out. Yeah, exactly. We're pretty cultured, and if we're yucking you, there's a problem.
100%. And I'm way more degen than this guy, so
Thank you for admitting it and confirming it for me. Thank you.
I'm a long shot.
And I honestly think that because of the anime, it is kind of refreshing. Even though it obviously has been out for a while now at this point, right?
Yeah.
But it is kind of refreshing. People are kind of finding it now because of the fact that, like, I feel like the last couple of years of anime have been so samey.
Yeah. Like it was definitely thrown under the radar. Like it was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
something like if you like it was something you had to look for without a doubt because the last couple of years has just been overthrown by like shonen and like action stuff, right?
Mostly,
No.
yeah, like shonen aura farming shonen,
Aura
basically.
farming stuff, right?
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, we did get like a decent amount of like romance anime the last couple of seasons too. But you know what I mean. And like this on its own is so different, but like again, it again is refreshing. Like that's like kind of the biggest thing that like I want to pull away from, at least in regards to. Actually, honestly, I can probably say like the entire thing, like the game, the anime, like the side stuff that comes around from it as well too.
Yeah, it's just a nice breath of fresh air to really see something other than something so popular other than solo leveling being taken over on my feeds.
Yeah,
because I could care less about solo leveling.
Same, dude. I was like, if you like it, you like it. That's cool. I'm not gonna judge you too hard, but
Yeah.
like, and also like, because again, also the shows like all the stories here are really positive.
Yes.
It's friendly rivalries for the most part. At least the stories that I've seen in game anyway.
Yeah, there's no real bad blood.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bitch about one thing here about the game. Training.
Cool.
So why does what's her face keep telling me I need guts to finish my goddamn races? Like what is the training meta? What am I fucking up and why is it so important?
Well, the training there, it like I said, it all depends on the girl you're racing, or the girl you're training, and then the races that they need to race in. Guts helps with.
But why is guts always like? I always see this like it feels fucking snarky, and I get really annoyed by it.
My meta is literally speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been doing, and I keep losing my fucking races. Yeah, like for the most part, I've seen memes of like people just saying like it's just speed stamina power the whole time.
Honestly, that's how I've been running my JP account. And
Okay.
That's how I've been winning all my races. Again, at the end of it too, depending on your support cards and the skills you end up getting with the support cards,
Those are
your chance.
just as if not more important, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And even then, I feel like I've been running the same support cards this entire time. It's just like 3 speeds, 1 power, 1 guts, and that's all I've been doing this entire time. I feel like.
Like I said, when the other banners come out, which whenever we do get them, they do help out a lot more. Like I said, I'm still running a single Kitasan Black on my account, but I have like no copies, just one single Kitasan Black support. But
Okay.
I have multiple 5-star, 4-star, fully uncapped like support cards.
Oh,
yeah.
the support card specifically. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Because the Uma costumes don't like when it comes to the Umas, you're pretty much going to be rolling for the costume itself because then, some of the stats slightly change and their ult or whatever, if you want to call it that. That's what I'm calling it. Their ultimate.
I've been calling it ultimate basically for me.
Yeah, like they'll slightly change, but for the most part, like they'll run the same.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's going to be distance, whatever the case.
Yeah.
They prefer turf or something.
Or like turf or dirt. I think they label it in the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so even later on down the line, for the most part, still focuses like supporter cards are the most important or the more important aspect of the game so far.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Got it. Okay, so that's a good tip. We'll keep that in mind. I'm playing the game relatively casually. It's a good pick up put down game for me. Um, especially the fact that careers last like anywhere from 20 minutes to like 40 minutes or so on average for me.
Yeah, and you could pick up, and that's like the best part. Like I remember on my JP account, because I tend to play right before I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing for like 10 minutes, got sleepy, been busy, launched it up again. It was still at the same spot. So it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
You're never going to lose your progress. Roguelike, baby, with anime horse girls.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think they will have something like a global release? Or global first, I guess, right? Or EN first, since now that they know that they have a fan base or like a stronghold now here in the Western side. Do you think that there's a possibility of them release something specifically for the EN side?
There's a possibility.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cygames and Umamusume as a franchise, they were skeptical on the EN release. Because obviously, right, our Western audience, like
it's different.
Yeah, it's not normal for us. Like I said, our audience is mainly all that shonen stuff.
Yeah.
So for this to take off the way it did, the super positive reactions and everything, like I could see them doing something for both servers, which would be super awesome. Because again, it wouldn't be successful without the audience, and I'm super thankful that our audience, Western audiences, really enjoy the series. They're really enjoying the game, and I'm just like again really thankful for all of that.
Yeah, we got on board surprisingly fast.
Yeah, like there wasn't an ounce of judgment the moment it launched. Like as far as I saw, there was ounces of judgment when I was playing it by myself and I had no one to talk to. But then the moment it came out, everyone was just like, "Who's your girl? Who's your girl? Who's your girl?" And I was like, "Where was this?
Where was this support?" I was getting judged.
Y'all looked at me funny. I'm like, come on.
And it's not about the horny. It's about our daughters and raising them.
I was just like, dude, this game is so sick. And it's like, y'all looking at me funny. Now everyone's looking at each other with open arms. But at the end of the day, I'm happy for that.
I had this question for Jeff as well. Who was your first win in the game?
Oh,
your first career, win. like successful career. Because I said before, I tried Tokai Teo, and I still haven't gotten a win with her yet. My first win was technically Haru, but her story is weird because it's not about winning races; it's about gaining fans.
Yeah,
which I think that's a nice
touch.
Yeah, nice touch to kind of relate it to her, like the actual story of Haru Urara. But my first win was with Taiki Shuttle. That was mine.
Mine was TM Opera.
Okay. And was it just like you felt like you were, this is a good run, and you kind of just kept going, or like you were like planning for it, like as you were like starting up the run kind of thing?
Like I said, I was playing in the JP, so I'm literally just like, getting a feel. Yeah, I was kind of, dude, like the whole time, I was just winging everything. If I lost, I'd just get mad at myself. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I'm like, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't read shit.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this. I'm just clicking buttons.
So fucking grip it and rip it. Go again. Why not?
Exactly.
Right?
I was just like, whatever. But yeah, my first actual dub was TM Opera. My most consecutive wins has been Kira-san Black and Narita Top Road.
Okay. Well, when you said you like Kira-san Black as well earlier too, so there you go. Works out perfectly for you.
I've gotten like 10 wins on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been now building up who was I working on this time around? Oh boy. There was like, I know I was working on Gentle Donna last, but then there was someone else. It was an alt costume. It was some Garu. There's a
Garu?
Man, I love my Garus.
There's Garus also a Garu fan. Well, now I need to do research. Who's the Garu in here?
There's some Garus in here.
Okay. I'm assuming it's later down the line, but I'll keep an eye out for it.
Let me see. I'll pull up.
I need I'm gonna also say to be, we're talking preferences here. More tomboys. I want more tomboy girls in this game.
Now you want the short hair tomboys or
Yes,
the long hair tomboys?
That's why I enjoy Megid Ryan so much. And she also has that like, oh, like I'm unsure if like, she's like, I wish my hair was longer so it could be cuter. You know what I mean? And then but then the other girls are like, oh, but your hair's so cool. So it's like that's why the other girls like really like her for it. But yeah, like more short hair tomboys. That's my
more
jam.
tomboys.
Gap Moe is peak. Here's another thing I need to confirm with you, since I'm still dipping into the lore and you probably know more than I do. So like, they're humans, right?
Yeah, they're humans with horse features.
Okay. Their parents are human, right? There's no like weird animal human thing going on here.
No, and one of the no, their parents are well in I don't want to spoil anything for the third season, but they show a parent.
Okay.
And she's a human with horse features.
Okay. So like Umas are just a thing. They just like exist basically. But they're human with horse features, or like the spirit of horses, or whatever the hell it is then.
Yeah, like that's like
okay.
Because it's weird, right? Because they don't touch up on that at all in the anime. Like now that you bring it up, like they don't touch up the separation that like what world are they living in? That's not brought up at all in the anime. The only thing that I know of from my understanding is they just coexist with each other.
So what you're telling me is there is horsewife possible.
I mean, you got a whole roster full. What's stopping you?
You're right. with the spirit of the Yumas, there's nothing I can't do.
Yeah. What's stopping you? It's you. You're stopping yourself, man. I'm with you, bro. I'm waiting for you.
So okay, so they just exist basically. Are there horses in their world? Does that show up in the anime at all? Are horses like actually not a thing?
Don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember because I finished.
Yeah, these are like weird details that I think of because I'm playing the game. You know what I mean? Because like.
Yeah, but it's also details I don't think about.
I'll see like Rice Shower, like her parents sent her stuff. You know what I mean? Because they're all in the school together. Right, or like some sort of academy, and she's like, "Oh yeah, she got like a package from her parents." I'm like, "Oh, that's cute." Wait, so like her parents are human then? Like that, at least for my assumption. And that in that moment, like when I read that, I was like, "Okay, I guess." I don't know the details, but I guess that's how it works.
Yeah, because the only thing I remember was from season 3. I'm not gonna say much, but one of the Umas also had one of their parents send them something because they were also in the academy, and they showed a glimpse of the mom, and she was a human with horse-like features.
So she was also an Uma.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Is it only women who are Uma?
From what it looks like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I was curious to see if any males show up basically, because I know that the little ornament on their ears denotes if they were male or female in real life, right? And if they wear whatever their gym uniform is, if they're wearing bloomers or they're wearing like training shorts, basically.
Yeah. Also, side note that I learned maybe like a couple of weeks ago, their race outfits are based off of the jockey color.
Oh, really?
Outfit. Yeah, I learned that. Like, yeah, I learned that not even a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a few days ago. There was like a video I watched, and it was essentially some dude went up to some guy who's been into like Japanese horse racing, Japanese guy. He went up to him and showed him pictures of the Umas, and then he was like guessing the names of the Umas. And then he was trying to figure out like, oh, this doesn't look like this, and da 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 da. And then he was explaining, oh yeah, their uniforms are based off the colors of the jockey. And I was like, that's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You're paying respects to the horse themselves, and then of course like their rider, who they obviously have like a very strong like partnership or bond with. That's very good. Again, wholesome. Super wholesome.
Wholesome stuff.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions that I got. Anything you want to talk about or you want to bring up here?
Just wait for the summer stuff, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get some.
That's it.
Get some culture.
That's it. Y'all in for a treat.
Who has the best summer outfit? I'm going to add this on right now since you brought it up again.
Well, right now I have Super Creek.
Super Creek. Okay,
that's all that matters.
That's the one you said. Oh, no, you said me Silent Suzuka. Okay.
Yeah, I have Silent Suzuka's, but Super Creek is super.
It's nice.
Super Creek looks super.
Yeah. Again, for the listeners, if you haven't seen them yet, check out what's the name of the song again? Like, I forgot.
Shoot.
Like the summer song, the one that the that one.
I just lost it because I just scrolled up my history. It was like
I have it here within
Toran-sen Ondo.
That one, yeah. Check out that one. I think like everyone in the video is wearing their summer outfit essentially in this video.
Yeah, as far as the people recording it, they chose the summer outfits because you could obviously choose their different outfits.
Oh, true. Yeah. They show off a lot of them. At least when I see these videos, they're usually rocking the summer outfits for these. Makes sense. It's kind of like a festival look.
And it's just so cute.
Yeah, very cute. I love it a lot. Looking forward to seeing more stuff from this game. But yeah, anything else? Is that it for you?
That's it for me, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Again, you were like essentially my resident Umamusume expert.
No problem, dude. If you want to talk more about it, you know who to talk to. I got, if you want to talk more about gacha games, if whatever the case, I'm all ears, man. Like,
absolutely.
You already know my schedule. It's literally work, gacha, and anime. Like,
I got you, bro. Yeah, we'll definitely want to have like a proper anime talk with you, and we can talk about how Mommy is best girl in Resident Girlfriend.
Dude, I could spoil.
I know. So could I.
I could spoil.
So could I. I know.
And man, I hope you all know the reaction and what to expect just by me saying that. Like where it's. I don't read it. Full disclaimer: I don't read it.
You're just kind of keeping tabs.
I watched the first season. I follow a bunch of like anime groups and stuff on Facebook and Twitter and whatever, and man, where they are in the manga.
Oh man.
Boy, wow. Like not a good wow, by the way. Like,
it is a dumpster fire, and not in the fun way. Like Domestic Girlfriend is a fun dumpster fire. I love Domestic Girlfriend.
This one pisses me off.
It makes me genuinely angry. I've never read like a romance manga that I've been like legitimately had like a hatred for it, and for some reason I can't stop.
Like I can't even call this a romance manga. It's more like a Souls like. It's just to piss you off. Like that's all this is.
It is a rough read. Yeah, you know what? We're definitely gonna have an anime and manga episode at one point. We'll definitely have you on.
Sounds good, man.
It'll be fun. Yeah, man. Thanks again for joining on for this one, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you again for having me, sir.
Okay, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that part with Jenelle and myself. Jeff, any final things you want to touch upon here on Umamusume?
No, man, it's fun. I didn't think I was going to have so much fun with the Horse Girl game, but I am. I'm having a blast. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thank you. Please be sure to follow us on Spotify or, subscribe to us on whatever platform you're listening to us on. Check out our YouTube. I'm trying to upload more stuff here as time allows. And, let us know how you're enjoying Umamusume. We have a Party XP. We have a Party XP group, like a what is it, club?
Yeah, club.
Yeah. So if you need it, hit me up, and I'll get you in there.
Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
See ya. Make your titties bigger.